Uncut with Nastro. You have your right to your own opinion.
No mangila right.
No, I was very shy from. It's finally happening. It's finally happening. As you can see on my left, ukuthi size samthola ubhuti wenu nimthanda kakhulu. Welcome to another exciting episode of Zion Uncut with Nastro. He's known for a lot of things, but we're giving him an opportunity ukuthi asho ukuthi ubani wakabani wenzani. However, I'll give you a brief. He's an actor, he's a writer, he's a producer. He's almost everything that you can think of. My name is Nkosinathi Nastro Kamlangeni. Of course, I will never be alone. Kule moto le ngake sindayo. Hamba nomfowethu umfoka Mfeka. My leader.
King Ginger. Another day, another dollar. Really big food, new strength, new week. Especially indoda ebhizi kakhulu all over. Normally mina ngibabiza ngaboJongosona umuntu ofuna ukwenza yonke into. Magaya edlele wenza yonke into ukhakile ngapha nangapha. Akadedicate yazenzela.
Yeah.
Mara I think indoda edume kakhulu.
Ubrakata.
Kuba naku uPaxton or indento. Ichisa ya.
Abeka safufuze la.
Amadume kakhulu lapho. Uqale lapho kanti.
Mina ngiqale kumva.
Mva ngoyimina, it's a minor. Ika extra, ngamisikila bhala. Ngesinto serious man. Amana thatha ubitso innocent esishela negama.
Yeah.
Ubitso innocent.
Asowalini lo this time ngoba uhlala uziphi.
Ubitso sishela igama.
Okay.
Usho mina ngispikela abantu manje.
Phela ngakuzwa la so udifa so
Asiyekele. Bitso kunjani?
Siyaphila njani bafethu?
Akuze sikuthola mina sikufuna. Sibalekele.
Kusukubaleka. Angithi sometimes kuba khona izinto sibezininginyana, you know, and sometimes you wanna be a part of a team.
Yeah.
I believe I was a part of a team as Zion Uncut.
Yeah.
To see it grow and everything, you know, than ukuthi vele uzilahlele.
Yeah.
So I think it was very much important for me to be a part of a team qala, support it, ngaqhamuke ngisupport ngoba sengizokhuluma.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I felt ukuthi I think that was the most important one, which is something from for Uzayoni, and I always take ownership of everything that comes with the community Zion.
Take us through ababukela ekhaya ukuthi ubani.
Hleli nobani.
Hleli nobani.
Yeah, ngoba
Ayina ngo-profile amaningi.
whoever was watching ubona a celebrity.
Yabona yonke lento le.
I wouldn't know ukuthi like njengoba ngu-uncut.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know which side ekumele ngiliveze, because there's a side lobufundisi, there's a side of a family man elingaziwa.
Okay.
And there's a side of the industry engisebenza kuyo, and now there's a new side of uAndile the author.
Okay.
That abanye abantu they getting exposed to khona manje.
Okay.
So maybe let me introduce myself as a child.
Okay.
To Andile wakwambatha ukhulele Soweto eMidlands, wazalelwe ezone 2 clinic. Ngizalwa intombi yakwaHlatshwayo, ewumfundisi uNora wakwaHlatshwayo. Ngizalwa insizwa ewuNkosinathi wakwambatha, who is an actor. So uma no baba babe actor bobabili.
Okay.
Kuma stage plays. Back then we used to call it cash.
Okay.
Yeah. So bahlangana lapho bathandana. Thandaneni kwabo kwazaleka uAndile Mbatha waphenduka waba yi-actor naye. Ekukhuleni kwami ke base yabo lento ukuthi manikhula nibuzana ufuna ukuba ubani, ufuna ukuba yini mawukhula. I think we were talking based on ama role model and stuff, and then I said mina ngifuna ukufana nobaba omkhulu wami. Dr. T.P. Mendoza Mbatha.
Okay.
Yeah, that is my father in the Lord, and that is my father.
Oh, babumkhulu.
Babumkhulu,
yes.
yes.
Yeah, I think that's also something that we needed to clear.
Yeah.
It's not your biological father.
No, ubhuti omdala kababa.
Oh.
Abarepala
Yeah.
mara siyeza na.
So
Nasokotliwa
washeshe wamphuthuma.
No, I think there's one too. Let do I veze encwadini. But asasayiveza kwesithuba.
So he took me as his own. So co-parent no baba.
Okay.
Yeah, co-parent no baba. I know what usually they come to co-parenting laziwa kumama no baba mase behlukene.
Yes.
Yeah. So co-parent. So mina ngikhuliswa abantu abadala ekhaya because kwakhona antu wami Sithembi waba nendima yakhe ayidlalayo. Antu wami uAntudu waba nendima yakhe ayidlalayo. Abo auntie abo mamncane from esadini la mama sithi yini. Yeah, so nabo baba nendima yabo. But ke this guy undaba ezitsha wadlala indima enkulu kakhulu.
So your original father bengatshintshe.
Uke wasonta back then and then wathathwa ibhola oba umuntu odlala ibhola kakhulu.
Okay.
I think waseqala ka wabona ama politics la wakhona ebusontweni and then what decide to phuma all together. Wayiyeka into yobusonto, but one thing that I always acknowledge and I would always respect him for ukuthi wayengiyise esontweni. Makufika nje isikhathi sobusonto mangeke ngangaya esontweni ngangibuzwa ukuthi wayengazange esontweni, yabo. So I think nje for that wangisiza kakhulu empilweni nami because nami ngangizoba one of abafowethu abaye bahluleke endleleni. Yeah, and then growing up ke ubaba as an actor ngamfuza kule industry ye entertainment. Funny ubaba wathi actor wabiyeka ukuactor. Ngathi mangena mina ku acting qeda isikolo ngiqeda ukwenza idiploma saba ne agency besinayo nomntana ka Dr. Ndlovu sisi lo bathu uNkululeko Ndlovu. We had an agency esasinayo eyayifundisa abantu baningi abantu engababala engabalanda namhlanje they are big names. Baningi kakhulu engingabalanda abanye ngabalanda sibithi bayayekela abantu bayofuna umsebenzi. I had to go ngabalanda like abo khona untombazana bami ozibiza Diva yaseGomora uNomsa Buthelezi uStudla.
Sure.
She's one of the people that I had to call ngamfaka agency samtholela umsebenzi abothi bongane Madondo. Yeah, Sibusiso Black Madondo. Sibusiso Black Madondo kade ubani Abednego something ku House of Zwide, not ku House of Zwide ku Isithembiso. Yeah, no baningi nje abantu engingababala engisebenze nabo ungaze ngibavezwe yimi because uNkulunkulu kade ezowaveza anyway. But kwasetshenziswa sami isandla. Nobabami-ke ngamlanda eseyekile.
Okay.
Ngambiza back samfaka agents waqala wathola imisebenzi namanje uya-act.
Namanje usa-act?
Yeah, namanje uya-act.
Recent?
He'll be doing iShaka Zulu lezayo.
Round 2.
Yeah, he'll be doing iShaka Zulu.
So indaba ye-acting wena into yelesgela or into obunayo passion nje?
Mina ngaqala ngithi mangiphuma esikolweni beyikhona lento esikolweni yabantu aba-actayo. So masiphuma nje esikolweni after ama afternoon classes at C group actor lapha and then sambe siyibukela emawindweni and stuff. Ngelanga ngathi ngisabukele ewindweni ngezwe nje kunomuntu ongithephayo la. So I was now singing with labantu ade becula ngaphakathi. Back then besibiza ukuthi icash.
So semoyeni.
Nami ngiyayifila lento abayenzayo now I'm singing mangithi the guy who was taping me kamera kufika imhlambi. In my third book lengibhalile iBurning the Midnight Oil ikhona into engikhulumayo khona manje and ufika imhlambi wathi ucula kamnandi man in yabo
Ukuzwa from inside.
ungezwa from ngingaphandle yena ufike late ku rehearsal yena. So uthola vele group say rehearsal already, so I was there watching and singing along with the group and then that's how I was discovered because what my ngizwa ngihlabelela and then he said to me ucula kamnandi, would you like to join? I was like, hey, I'm very much interested but ekhaya. So after the rehearsal we had to go together. The first advice that I got from my father, he said to me, it's a dog eat dog industry. You don't make friends but you make money and you make your name.
What does the statement mean?
It's a dog eat dog world. It simply means ukuthi akunabungani and akuncengwana akunababakho. So you go there uyibheke wena nokusebenza kwakho, you don't go around trusting or making friends. You go there for umsebenzi, you have discipline, you focus, and you do what is required of you. And now and then you reshuffle. Reshuffle.
Yeah, reshuffle.
Resharpen, yeah. Hey, isilungu kunabantu ababukela. You resharpen your.
No, sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. So it meant that for me, especially to have a focus in industry. Yeah. And then that's how ngaqala ngakhona. First time ngiqala ngizoba i-actor.
Was this Korean by then?
Yeah. And then after matric, that is why bengekho sure ukuthi ngikhulume muphi.
No, it's fine. It's showing in general.
So masiqeda matric.
Omqedile.
Mina,
Yeah.
I did matric.
Yeah, we need
I went to Emahlobo. Okay, background yami ngaqala icatshulane eNewcastle section 6 eMadadeni. Ngaqala lapho ngafunda icatshulane first year yami, and then from there ngasuka eNewcastle ngazoqala back again. Ngaqala la eThembalethu lower primary, and then we went to Endoni. From Endoni ngaye Emahlobo. Ngathi mangifika ku grade 10 Emahlobo ngase ngidlala kakhulu. So ngathi mangiphasa ngacela ngathi ngicela ukubuyela eNewcastle ngenza grade 11 khona. Back then was called standard 9, and then I went there ngafika ngafunda eSabela. I did my grade 11 mase ngifuna ukubuyela emuva because I felt ukuthi aku-actual and ngafika khona ngavusa ama-cast nana, but ama-opportunities were not there. So I remember kwaku-Dobri uNgwenya uprincipal wethu waseNewcastle wayengafuni ukuthi ngihambe because ebonwa ukuthi wayebheka ama-results ami engize nawo from Joburg compared to ama-results ebengawatholile ka-grade 11 sengiya ku-grade 12. Wafeel ukuthi I might ngadropa going back eGoli. But now I knew ukuthi mina ngifuna ukuba yi-actor, ngifuna ukuba ku-industry ye-entertainment yabo. So and ayikho la eNewcastle, so ngizostruggle so bangivumela-ke. Then I went back ngafika-ke ngayenza umatric eMahlobo ngamphasa kahle futhi. By then mangifika ngavula i-cast kwa-actor nga-actisa abantu.
Ipoto lakho.
Yeah, yimi ngangipheka abantu ba-actisa. And then masilibeleke be-actor ke ngaqeda. I remember my class teacher kwatile, he told me ukuthi you won't make it, angeke umphase umatric the way business ngakhona. By the way, nalapho I was another side of me. I was a president of the school ngenza umatric isikhathi esiyi-1. So they were like, you are too busy.
Sure.
Yeah, but then very, I think ngalesikhathi sethu thina mawuba president kumele ube matric.
Yeah. So this thing leadership akusinto engingayihalela emntwini. I mean, uqala i-cast, you have people following you.
Church-wise lapho uya-church.
Church-wise ngiyasonta every day. My friends are telling me ukuthi uyabhayiza masihamba siyogroova wena uye emasontweni.
Church akuphi lapho?
Ngisonta nobaba omkhulu sivula ibandla ekuthiwa i-DOC.
I-DOC.
Disciples of Christ.
Yeah.
Isibusiso.
Kababa ukhumana.
Kababa Mandoza, and then later Kababa Uga. Wait, ayithi ukhuluma nomuntu owazi umlando.
Yeah.
So
Asikake siwuzwe
ngeke
lo
ithuba
mlando.
nginikeze umlando.
Hayi kababukhumana.
I-DOC man wangichampachampisa manje.
Hayi
hamba sambe nazo so.
That's why in fact angithi you've got a lot to tell.
Yes.
Due to insufficient time angeke sikhave yonke.
Yeah.
Kodwa la umoya ukhonele khona. La ungakhwelanga khona sikufuna khona sokuyisa thina. But okwamanje usaphethe yona, right?
Okay. Ubaba make ephuma eBelievers. Sasiwu7 e-dining room. Kwakuyimi udokotela uNdabezitha kuMusa wasekhaya. Komunye umama oyehlala egarage lasekhaya, ku-Anpumi ongasekho, may his soul rest in peace, kubaba uNohashe. Kukhona omunye umama across the street.
Isizwe la uNohashe.
Uyoqala i-DOC lo muntu. Lo muntu uyowathi uNdabezitha make ephuma eBelievers. The first person waphuma noNdabezitha eBelievers kwaba ubaba uNohashe wa-Apostle. 7 sakhala sakhonza. I remember sakhonza kule week, the following weeks I in Newcastle. Mase Newcastle ubaba wayehamba ngestation wagon ngaleso sikhathi uNdabezitha. Sahamba kwakuyimi uNdabezitha noMusa wasekhaya. uMusa wayehlala la ekhaya. Ushando wafika wasishiya ekhaya eNewcastle eMadadeni. Wahamba waya section 2. Section 2 eMadadeni ukhona umkhulu abathi umkhulu Gama. Wayesanda kuphuma eCoven umkhulu Gama.
Okay.
Efuna ukuvula ibandla libiza ukuthi kusenhlanhleni.
Okay.
Bezogqoka ugreen one-binding le yehlayo or trim ehlayo emhlophe mawazi nje ijazi lase-covid lakudala
Yeah.
wayeje ukuthi kuzoba kusenhlanhleni i-uniform izoba njani indaba ezijama ke fika kwashintshwa yonke into wathi igama lesonto disciples of Christ isibusiso kwashintshwa i-uniform completely and then umkhulu wayesethi hamba phambili ke indaba ezithi ngoba lezi zinto zazi
Intambo yezana bani?
indaba ezitsha yonke into nomgaxo omhlophe undaba ezitsha
Okay.
yonke into sasithi masigqoka ugreen sigqoka full green intambo emhlophe yonke into ibe green masigqoka u-white nehembe la liba mhlophe ku-white nomgaxo ube mhlophe nentambo ibe mhlophe
Disciple ipotolo kandaba ezithi.
strong lonke futhi lishintshe manje sebefaka I think bafaka maroon
Maroon.
yes yeah no it's beautiful it's changed
Yeah.
it's needed and then later on as time went by kwaba khona ke lokuphambana kwe leadership
Okay, wadla phansi.
I wouldn't say wadla phansi because bekunama disputes sometimes it's not a matter yokudla phansi but it's a matter eyokuthi my calling is bigger than lempe engiyilwayo manje so I felt
Mara
ukuthi
ukudla phansi mthi ungabani.
ngokwelanguage
Mawuchief endaweni ukudla phansi.
ngokwelanguage yakho it's fine but ngokwelanguage mina engayi-understand
Ithi
amalesihlalisa
yini
phansi wathi angikwazi ukulwa izimpi baba uNkulunkulu engibizile angikwazi ukuqhubeka nokulwa izimpi uNkulunkulu engibizile because ngimisa umsebenzi kaNkulunkulu
Okay.
and
Hayi
then
modern, ushaya small.
yeah ngokwelanguage yakhe washo njalo yiyo le engayi-understand
Yeah.
and then I remember our first Good Friday sasise Witbank uma siqala ukuguda siyisibusiso so now uma siqala isibusiso sasiyisibusiso ekuphileni sakudele Good Friday wethu awuse Witbank kwaba mnandi nje
Yeah, bokuyisibusiso. Igama leblessing lishintshile.
I'm getting there so kwakuyisibusiso
Mina ngazi ukuyisibusiso. Ukudiosi ngimangele
yeah
sikudiyosi.
no mayiqala kwakuyi disciples of Christ
No, sengisho
And then
isho, I mean
isibusiso.
ufuna ukusho blessing.
blessing ayizange be disciples of Christ
Ayizange
thina masishintsha sithe isibusiso ekuphileni
yes.
and then uprofessor umkhulu umshengu wabiza ubaba wamtshela wathi hamba namakhesi lento ukuthi uzothi usuka ku disciples of Christ isibusiso ebese wena uthi sewuyisibusiso ekuphileni okusho ngamanye amagama khona isibusiso esifile
Yeah, no. Okay.
yabo and then umkhulu wabahlanganisa abantu abadala nalapho ngangikhona eNewcastle wasithatha wasishiya ekhaya wahamba wahlala umhlangano nabo babukunene umfundisi ubheki kunene
Dala na upheki dala lapha mos.
yabo ubheki is more like an elder yebandla
Dala mos.
uthi iminyaka yakhe ayimvumeli he's a teacher he's a senior teacher ebandleni
Position there.
yeah umsebenzi
Spiritual position.
I think there's a difference between position and umsebenzi so it's a umsebenzi
It's an admin of spiritual position.
it's a spiritual position
Ithini?
spiritual teacher
It-
what yini umfundisi I'm not disappointed
Fundisi pastor.
okay let me school you chance let me school you
Oh, sebeyake sisikhathi so umfundisi is a spiritual teacher.
kanti yini igama elithi mfundisi usuke wenzani
Yafundisa.
yeah you teaching so he's a spiritual
So Wangabizwa wangabiki ngegama.
no
lesithi.
but okay
Ukuthi it's a-
all right mawumbiza uthi senior teacher
Sina pastor.
senior teacher mawumbiza uthi senior teacher angithi lalelani gents angithi isonto nesonto linama structures alo
Sure, yeah.
so ngokwe structure sase blessing kunabo teacher
Phinde kube nebo pastor.
yeah oh ene lemisebenzi inako ukuhluka somewhere
Uba nomkhulu kunomunye sina pastor, sina teacher.
ngokwe structure sase blessing u teacher is in charge of a branch akuyi
So pastor, mine.
no
Pastor
actually
is
minor
Teacher
you are
is a
pastoring
minor.
the church you are leading the church
The
so
whole-
now spiritual teacher we are guide we are teacher here he takes the vision from the leader nefundo ze leader ezazoyifundisa in a branch
Okay, branch level.
ku branch level
Then the senior pastor uzifundisa on national level.
national nase branchini naso isikhathi sokuthi ungashumayela ufundisa and you are there to guide as well spiritually so u teacher even admin wise he's also there
Okay.
yeah
No, hayi.
Sibuza nge
umkhulu ke wahlala phansi they had to resolve ama-issues kade khona between uNdabezitha nomkhulu Gama, the late. Ukuthi they had a problem. And I think finally siyenze ibe clear lento esikhuluma ngayo kaze kucatshwa ngubaba Gama we-trust.
Yeah.
Kukhulunywa ngomkhulu wayebizwa ngogcina Gama.
Ayo pick up, yamazi pick up.
Yeah, ngiyamazi uPika, but sikhuluma ngogcina.
Okay.
Yeah. Umkhulu bahlala phansi ke balungisa izinto, baxolelana, babuyisana. Hleka hle uPika.
Hayi ngizamamele mthiyaqhubeka.
Balungisana and then zonke into zabo zaba right, and then that's when the name Isibusiso ekuphileni changed. Kwaba isibu. No, angibeki
Blessing.
kwaba Isibusiso.
Okay.
Azange saba Isibusiso, futhi kwaba Isibusiso Church in Zion.
Okay.
Now as time went on, masekumele siyo recorder and stuff, we needed ukuthi sikwazi uku-identify straight. Now us identifying ourselves, uNdabezitha wasibiza, I remember kwakuyimi ngomunye umfethu abathi ubongane emathebula kwakuyi-branch nje, but sasingekho baningi, wakhona ubaba uNkosi lapho, no Auntie Sithembu was there, no Gugu Mbatha was there, usisi wami. And then we sat down and then sabhekisana ukuthi ibandla singabiza ngegama elithini.
What was the reason for ukuthi lishintshwe?
Disciples in Christ Isibusiso, and then thina sibuya esibusisweni sayibiza ngesibusiso ekuphileni, and then ya realize ukuthi kune error, so sase sithi Isibusiso Church in Christ, church in Zion. Now this is what happened about Thulani man, and I'm saying this thing because Thulani akabi offended ngalento. About Thulani man namasamba so record i-album yethu, they went ba record bona beqeda ukurecord Disciples of Christ, bahamba futhi ba record i-boys bayibiza ngokuthi Isibusiso, so that kuzoba khona i-clash
between, okay,
clash of interest ku-market. Then we had to sit down. uNdabezitha ngithi mdala kunobaba uThulani manana. uNdabezitha decided to let's sit down, let's find a name. Kwaphuma igama elithi Servants of Christ, Followers of Christ, Blessings of Christ. We all went for Blessings of Christ. Angithi vele into ethi Isibusiso yeza noNdabezitha from Disciples. So Isibusiso sakhe, exactly, but into kuye lento ethi Isibusiso, because it was a blessing to him.
Yes.
And he is a blessing to many of us,
Yes.
actually.
Sure.
And then moving forward, there was blessings of Christ. And then we had a problem with off no in.
Yes.
How do we call it? Must it blessings of Christ? Ukushuthi ibusiso esiyithola from kuNkulunkulu eziza kithi. Now we said we will have blessings in Christ as a church, and we'll have blessings of Christ as a choir. Does it make sense?
No.
Blessings in Christ, it's a ministry. It's a church. Yeah, but angithi thina siyazi ukuthi mawuhamba ufuna ukuyothola makuthiwa kuregistiwe, then we will find out ukuthi okay, blessings in Christ is a church.
Yes.
Blessings of Christ, it's a choir of Christ. Well, akusiyinto lesingayicubunungula kakhulu for now kulesikhathi esincane. Yabo. Yeah, up until now I've always been a child. That's why let me give the side to umntwana.
Sure.
So ngavese likababa nomama ngumntwana ngikhula eduze kwabo. And then uNdabezitha ngumntwana kuyo. And then the best advice that I've always got from uNdabezitha ukuthi andile ngiyakubona you emerging and uzoba famous. Remember I said ngifuna ukufana naye.
Sure.
And by then he was very famous. He said remain humble all the time. Noma ngabe igama lakho liba ngakanani liba ubani, do not forget to be humble. Be humble as a dove all the time. And Maumbega uNdabezitha is a very humble man with wisdom, lots of wisdom.
Yeah,
Spend time with that guy. I'm telling you.
Very quiet.
Yeah, yeah. And so that is Andy. Oh, Andy that game, he's a married guy.
Yes, sure.
He's a married guy with 3 kids. Hlala nabo, umndeni wakhe uhlala nawo. Umndeni wakhe akusumndeni wabantu.
What do you mean? What else
Yeah.
do they know?
Ngelinye ilanga ngizokutshela. But umndeni wakhe.
No,
So are you saying kukhona abantu abashadile mara
I knew ukuthi mangisho kanjalo lento izotrigger certain things.
no, kusho
remember
wena.
ukuthi thina sihleli nawe la, but for someone who's watching mhlambe would be interested and want to know ukuthi bona ba umndeni wobuntu wabo or ba umndeni wabantu.
Yes.
Mhlambe in a brief summary
Brief summary
ukuthi umndeni wakho nomndeni wabantu
What's the difference?
Singakhulumi ngawe. You understand?
Ngokwe-culture yaseZayoni asibashada abafazi sibashadela ukwakha imizi yethu sibashadela ukubonwa eZayoni sibashadela ukuthi bahlale nala i-podcast ayihlala ngizovela abantu enjalo indoda ayihambe nomkayo indoda yami mina ngizange ngincedise ukumthatha ivision yami engahambi nokufayile ngigcotshwe ngathanda nje intombi ngayithanda sathandana ngalobola intombi awu kwamnandi ngabona ukuthi singakha nalosisi
Okay.
engasiso nesayona
Ngakhumbula yamenini yakho yacala ukubona ngeamini yakhe lapha
la ehlabangani yeah
15 years back or ngameni.
yes engaqhukanga impahla
Yeah, ngicala ukubona ngathi
black and
but
white
this guy why asukele umuntu ungaze sisayona.
I will tell you ngiqala ukuzwana naye ngiqala ukuzwana naye ngisesikolweni ngenza umatric mangibuye eNewcastle nje before ngiclassini ngahlangana naye ngamthanda ngaqala ukuzwana naye up until today.
It's how many years man?
I can say sina 7 years in marriage.
No,
But I can't say it's almost 23 years because it's nomntana na 19.
True.
Akaze kweza isonto lazo solve inkinga zomuzi wami. Akaze wahlala abazali bami basihlalisa phansi basithethisa amacala because no one knows what is happening emzini kaMthi. Ngithathele mina.
Is a Zulu or Karate?
Actually la sikhona.
Yabuza. Ngabuka ngamangala. Ameni akhe ukuthi amani. And yambona lo sister ukuthi amani lezinto lezi nje. Ezenziwa la understand kahle yabona.
No.
I think it's 15 years back.
Uzalwa kwaHamane nakwamtshali. So akana bundiya phakathi yimi nje ngathi mangimbona njabe nani nathi mani imbheka nabona ukuthi kunobundiya nyaka.
Yeah.
Nawe uyasho ukuthi uvukile uzitholela indiya nyaka.
Mina ngamthola futhi la sikhona wayefunda la.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So ngayitholela.
So I elaborate this statement sakho.
Yeah,
Yes,
singaski.
Usachaza sona.
Kahlahle kube beningilalela ngabe seningizwile.
No,
Right.
Busachawe.
So mina I took a wife ozokwakha umuzi wakwaMbatha. I was not under any pressure ukuthi sekukhona iposition ekumele ngiyithole therefore file nganwe.
Yes.
Mina mangiqala ukugcotshwa ngaqala ukugcotshwa kwathiwa nganikezwe into ezi3 ngesikhathi esiwani nganikezwa youth pastor, youth president, spiritual guide sesonto. Same time. Yeah. I think izinto engangizenza automatically ebusontweni because intshumayelo yami yayibased kakhulu ku-youth.
Okay.
And i-youth yebandla yayibukela kimi kakhulu ngingakabekwa kuzo zonke lezo zinto lezo.
Yeah.
And I was a very prayerful person ebusontweni nakuyo yonke into futhi kuZayoni kahle kahle uZayoni ebandleni lakithi blessing yimi umuntu owamfaka kakhulu wamqinisa kakhulu.
Yeah.
Yabo so I think undaba ezishawabheka zonke lento lezo to an extent ukuthi mayiqeda ukungenza zonke lezo zinto lezo ngambuza mina umuntu owayengifungisa mangiqala ngicotshwa kwakuba kumasonto.
Okay.
Now ngangakaloboli. Yabona?
Okay.
Mina ngizange ngibe under pressure ukuthi ngoba sengigcotshiwe sekumele ngiyolanda unkosikazi. Ngangakaloboli.
And into enzekayo leyo currently.
Yeah, that's why abantu bathi inqola ihambe noseyili. Kube ngazathi uthenga imoto uthengele isonto.
But is it wrong? Ukuthi inqola ihambe noseyili.
It's wrong mawukuthi uyenza out of pressure.
Kanjani?
You must love going with your wife. It must come out of love. Kungabi indaba yokuthi isonto lingicindezela. Uyabona? Kuyiwa kuthwala emshadweni kathwala sekumele kube ukuthi ngoba umthizo bo MC khona fanele kube khona umama. What if busy?
Mara akwazi ukuthi
Sibe specific.
Listen just.
She always busy. Okay, njengoba
une ministry, une movement yakhe. Abusy ngayo. Like njengoba ukuthwala nje lokho nje. Njengoba ukuthwala ishadi mina ngizobe ngu-MC. Yena uzobe ngitsho lapha woman of voice I think.
Yes.
Unkosikazi ubaba wala ekhaya. Hawu ubaba fanele make hambe egane eshumayela unkosikazi ene event fanele kumiswe A1 event kumiswe umsebenzi kaNkulunkulu no. Chance.
Auntie yeah.
Uphika in.
Nomnikeza ichance achaza.
Uphika in. Uphika. Ukhona umkakho la. manje
Ayifani lonto leyo.
Fikani, mawusesiguqweni mhlawumbe noma mawaba.
Ayifani lonto leyo.
Okay, sesesiguqweni. Mawuyesiguqweni.
No, yazi uthini mthi.
Yeah.
I think ngibeke mina ngaso.
Njalo.
Ukuthi I understand mina mthi. Kwelinye side I understand into okhuluma ngayo. But obviously this part.
Yeah.
Ne? It's mina what I like. Yabona if umshado wakho akusumshado wabantu owakho nefamily yakho. Kuba easy because nezinye inkinga azibi ziningi. You understand?
Sure.
Because nobody knows umshado if umshado kamthiye awukho ke limelight kusho ukuthi nenkinga zabo eziba khona azibe private.
Agreed.
Lapho that's one thing
Agreed.
engakuvumela.
Umshado kamthiya.
If umshado kamthiya akusuwa abantu wakhe akusuwa
Anything evelayo.
akusuwa limelight wakho nemndeni wakho yabona because ekugcineni mothatha umfazi uthathela wena ama benefits awakho angithi akusawa abantu akusawa esonto the person okumele benefit out of lo mshado lo uwo uthatha umfazi
As a person
yes
ohamba
as a person ohamba nomfazi
owazi ukade emlandela.
yes
Okay.
however mara into engisupporta kuyo ukuthi if umshado wakho awukho ku limelight into grand ngayo ibe noma kuba nenkinga azibi ku limelight.
Sure.
Let's agree to disagree.
No, like I agree.
100% right.
Yes.
100%.
Yabo so lapho ngiyamvumela. But however njengoba ngisho ukuthi angeke kuye yonke event bese kuba ukuthi imali yami angihambe nayo.
In a scale of 100%, when you now 15%.
No, I can't.
Okay. Maybe the other question should be uyathanda yini yena ukuthi abe ku mist yabantu every day?
Yeah, mawubeka kanjalo.
Okay, mamela. Nale is questionable. It's questionable wena mthiya because mina nginale believe ukuthi if ngithatha umfazi kumele abe acisha abe ile ntengi.
Mina ngingabi le ndena yini.
Now kumele
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
you understand?
Then.
Kumele kube ukuthi sihambelana.
Right. I
Yabona.
hear you. Unkosikazi unenkonzo abayibiza woman to woman talk.
Yes.
Kunenkonzo kaThwala. Uthiya is supposed to go there your MC.
Yes.
Unkosikazi is hosting people.
Yes.
Seze njani?
Nahlukana obvious.
Right. Imali.
Ngiyavuma.
Guys, kukhona uSindi Dlathu. Niyamazi ne?
Yeah.
Niyayazi indoda yakhe?
Yeah, some guy nje ngazi ukuthi urish nyama.
Awumazi.
Mina ngimazi.
Yeah, nyama
Akekho rich indoda yakhe, traffic cop. So awumazi.
Asho angimazi.
2. Do you know indoda gabawinile? Logo House of Sweet, yes.
Angiyazi.
Okay. Uyayazi indoda kaSonia Sedibe?
Siyayazi
Uyayazi nizwe ngayo?
Siyayazi umngani wethu mara
Yini enza ukuthi nazi ngaleyo relationship?
It's because of utanga naye u spotlight.
Okay. There are certain things that you learn mawule industry nguyo.
Yes.
Ethi your private life should remain private. It's your private life.
Ngivumelana nawe.
Now, unfortunately, when people view Andile bamviewer as a Sayoni, not as an actor, not as a person who is in the industry, which is fine.
Yes, ngiyamthiya mabaleka.
Lalelani.
Sayitholile ukuthi apha. Sabona ukuthi apha.
From an early age, chance. When you got exposed to my wife because wambona esiguqweni and kwakufanele kwakuphoqa ukuthi abe sesiguqweni.
Yeah, mina ngicala ukumbona lapha.
Awuzange ungibone ngihamba naye noma ukuphi ngingakabi famous.
Yes.
Mina nalo yankosikazi siphile sobabili ngingakabi famous.
Yes.
Ngaba famous, we maintained into eyodwa.
Yes.
Asinamahloni nga each other.
Ngiyakuvuma.
I take her sihambe sikuma movie siye kuphi siya kuphi uthanda lezo zinto wami. Aka excited ukuthi kuhlatshelelwe.
No mthiya mina ngiyakhuluma.
Now lalela. When uke wang interviewer uyakhumbula?
Yeah.
Sasisentweni ka ordination ka Nyambos, right? Ngangahambi ngedwa. In fact, what an interviewer wayeme lapho unkosikazi wami.
Yes.
I go with her and akukho la ngimfihla khona mangihamba naye. Angifuni uxina umntana abantu bengazathi ngikanelwe ukuthi ngithole position or ngihlonipheke ezayona. Angeke abe isikhiye sami.
No ngiyakuvumela mthiya.
And then guys, baningi abantu abadivorcile, I don't want to love my wife in front of people kushisa endlini.
Hayi.
Miningi imishado ku-closet people are not happy, but mabe phumela ngaphandle you see
they look-
smiles, and until you hear ukuthi bayadivorce. I'm a very wise person. Spiritually, I'm matured.
Yeah.
Mentally, I'm matured. I don't want to do things because it's fashionable. Ukuthi besiye kuleya event so sekumele sishuthi ithombe sifike endlini asibhekani kahle. I would love to keep my family happy. When you visit me, ukofika endlini. When you visit me, ufeel ukuthi indlu warm. Now, ngineyindawo la ngimthatha khona ngiye khona engazi ukuthi izomenza ukuthi abe nesithunzi ahlonipheke.
Nanokuthi abe comfortable with me.
Not to be comfortable, she's comfortable around me.
Yeah.
I made it a point ukuthi she's comfortable around me. I take unkosikazi wami mangishumayela la ngibona khona ngishumayela khona. December 31st benginonkosikazi wami ngishumayela. She's always here and I always acknowledge her in front of everyone. You understand? So kuneyindawo la
Uyakhetha wena.
Yes.
siyakhetha.
And
Angikhethi
then ngimuzwa
siyakhetha.
uthi uneyindawo la amthatha khona.
Yes.
I'm not saying mhlambe environment yethu toxic or yini. Le thina esikuyo is it excluded from le ndawo lezo zibala?
It's not excluded. Ziningi indawo engihambile ngiyoshumayela eZayoni ekhona ngami ehleli la.
Iziphi indawo ozihambile ubiziwe njengoba sikwazi ukuthi you are an MC le matchup washa esayidini uhamba naye.
Engiya kuzo.
Yeah.
La sikhona manje 31st bengishumayela la she was here. Ehlele eduze kwami. Everywhere I go invite you ngiyoshumayela. Everywhere I go invite you ngiyoshumayela. Now you'll start noticing because beningakuboni lokho. Everywhere la ngiya khona sorry ngiyoshumayela ungamhlale khona. Akwenzeka ngabibikho. Mangiyo MC amaningi kakhulu amagigi engiwatholayo MC sometimes it's 2 times a day. I can't be exhausting umntana abantu la ngazikhona ukuthi akathandi naye ukuya lapha. At some point inalento yokuthi uyahamba uyo MC endaweni egcwele abantu abaphuza utshwala. I can't be taking unkosikazi wami expose entweni ezinjalo. Sinalento ya music ne. I'm all over with music. I can't take unkosikazi wami ngiyom expose kulezo zinto lezo because these are women. Kukhona abantu abazofuna ukushutha nawe isithombe. Omunye intentional ashuthe nawe ngendlela engafanele.
Yeah.
You understand? Ngoba efuna nje ukudelela unkosikazi wami. Unkosikazi wami angabi nankinga but mina ngizoba nenkinga ukuthi why would she do this in front of my wife? Uyangithola? So it's not a matter ukuthi kukhona izinto mhlawumbe ezibalekwayo or anything. That is my wife, uzokwakha umuzi wakwambatha. And angeke abe isikhiye ukuthi mange ngihamba nonkosikazi wami. Khona abantu abangeke sakwazi ukuthi basondele eduze kwami ngoba ngihamba nonkosikazi wami. No.
Thiya mina ngiyakuzwa trade kwelinye side.
Ngilipho ngalizwe.
Kwelinye yalezo. Mara uyazi mina ngithini Nastro. Vumelana nami ngabavumelana. Mangabe yangikhipha. Mangabe ukhipha ngefastero ukhipha ngefastero.
Yeah.
Mina ngivumelana 100%.
Sure.
Private life should
I love
be
that
private.
thing.
Mina lapho 100%. Nawe mina
I think
ngifika
when
kanjani.
I'm fega enye into
Yabona.
askisi kancane. I think we got ama advices from ebantwini ebengamelanga sithola ama advices abo growing up.
Yes.
We got ama advices from gobhuti bethu abadala who were not advising us but ade sebebhekene nama challenges emishadweni yabo. Sathatha lezo zinto sabukela kubo sathi ngiyafisa ukuba yilento. Kanti life yakho uyazi ukuthi wena yakho ngeke ifane nalo.
Yeah, sure.
So usuyahamba uyashayiseka because ububheka lo yabhuti loyana now and then yena uhlale ehamba nonkosikazi wakhe emlindelwe nje kuphela. Awuhlangani naye emamall hlangana naye ehamba nabangani bakhe.
Yeah, mbulalisa iguqo nemlindelo.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Abafazi bethu they can't excel endlini. They excel mabeyoshumayela beyenza because nathi sibathathe sabafaka leyo nto.
Esontweni.
I'm not endlini ngubaba, endlini amjoli, endlini ngu-Andile Mbatha. I'm not pastor.
Okay.
I can't be taking my wife and saying asambe mngami. Siyaphi sigqoka amasuit. The only time sigqoka siba bahle, siba formal is when siye emazayonini. No guys. Fanele sigqoka ijini ashaya ijini yakhe siphume no baby sibamba nezandla sambe siyobukela imovie, sambe siyodla restaurant ithize. Unfortunately that is one thing ongekho exposed to yona because I don't post her now and then but I have times where I post her. Naye she feels very angifuni unkosikazi uzothi why ungangiposti? Mangipostile file I feel so good. Wow, look at
And
this.
I'm poster sometimes I have to prove a point. Poster so.
Abantu laba bacabanga prove the point. I don't care about that.
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
It's not.
It's not wrong.
So it should feel good. Not ukuthi uthola ama-call wangapost ubani wena wangincedisa ngilobona.
This society phela ukuthi mangiposte nami ngipost.
Uyangi-understand?
That's the society.
See,
Now indlela yethu kwakho imizi ayifani bafowethu.
Yeah,
sure.
Ayifani and angeke ngize ngithi nastro kwakho ngithi because uphethe le pattern automatically sengifukise singaba i-poison pattern yakwakho.
Ngeke kusebenzele.
And angazi ngizothi ngiyayithatha le pattern oyithathayo kanti ngale anishayani umhlolo.
Ma-GPV.
Unkosikazi uye emsebenzini efaka ama-makeup angimshayi mina unkosikazi wami.
Yeah, ngiyakuthola.
Uyangi-understand? Sabafundisi abashumayelayo abahlala bephethe amakhosikazi abo behamba ababondli. Uyangi-understand? And omunye uthi uyezwa uzwe ikandani ngapha nangapha mina I'm building my family and I have kids so I can't ukuthi mangiphambana nonkosikazi wami sekuma media sekuxoxwa ngayo niyaluma njengoba lihlala lithi niyaluma and forget ukuthi njengoba niluma nje nina ku social media umntanami ukhona and wena so destroy umshado wami uhleka wena kumnandi la uncut destroy umshado wami I can imagine ukuthi njengoba lihlala likhuluma nawo ubhuti abadala be-expose indaba zabo ingakanani abantwana baba abadented mabefika esikolweni thiwe besibukela ubaba bakho lapha ku uncut ekhuluma into ezinje. I don't want to be those fathers. I think when it comes to family, because marriage it's matters of the mind, not heart. Marriage, love is matters of the heart.
So Mtia sikuyo le party le mhlambe ngithathe igama la uthi wena akufuneki ukuthi the only time gqoka amasudu kuthiwa attend ama event that's only when uya ku event njengoba insindiso yobuKristu beyine black tie event last. That's the only time you would see a beautiful picture of you and your wife. 2-second message nje kuma partners wasezayo ushadile ushadanga but committed relationship.
Okay. Ngishaye lapha ya. Guys, we don't date people based on social media. We don't take advices from TikTok and apply it in your home. It will backfire on you because baningi abantu baya-advisana about outside marriage. So don't date because ubobuyela podcast ethize weza uDineo Ranaka saying certain things and then now uyazithatha ufuna kwakho umuzi akashadile uDineo Ranaka. So you get married, you ask God because uNkulunkulu umnikazi womshado. Akusile abantu labo ufuna ukubaqhoshela ngokuthi sowushadile so ufuna ukuposta no. This is your wife. You must learn to love this person and understand this person oshade naye ukuthi umuntu onjani. Understand the pattern oyicreateile endlini yakwakho ukuthi na impilo esiphilayo la emzini. Uma sengiqala ngithatha le direction enje iyawulimaza noma iwulimaza umshado. You understand? I'm not famous for posting my wife and my family. I did manje ngotsho nawa.
Ukuphethe yakhe.
Bengimenzela birthday.
Mbonile we all right or something.
Yeah, kade yenza i-40th. Kade yenziwe yimi. Bekugcwele. And you come and say akampost umkakhe. Yipi post ebalekile engiyenze ngaleli yalanga nale ukuthi ngifake ku social media. More than 200 people were there. Photos were taken. Yipi post ebalekile ukuthi ngiqoshe abantu bengazi nokuthi sijabulile or sijabulanga lapha bekhona abazali bakhe bekhona abazali bami. Abazali bakhe they are happy about me, abazali bami they are happy about her. That's the display lengifuna ukuthi abantwana bami bakhule ngayo. Bazi ukuthi ubaba kusuka isixhomane ngonkosikazi wakhe ku media mara endlini kuyabheda. Baningi abafowethu ekubhedayo emizini yabo. Abanye bashadile namhlanje. Abanye bashadile namhlanje bancedwa amakhosikazi so no honor umkakhe ahlale ethi nginaye every day because umkakhe wamdabula. Washelelwa nabafowa abanye bafowethu mani kancane.
Uthini Mthiya kanti manje?
No mina ngifuna ukuthi amadoda abamadoda.
Ama visionary abomama. Not kule mshado lo umuntu ophuphayo umama lapha.
No ukuthi lento le bafowethu the reason why ngikhuluma kaso isensitive.
Very.
That
You know why I think isingene kule ndaba le not because of angithi remember ukuthi you are here not for us but for everyone who's watching ofuna ukwazi ukuthi who's Andile Mbatha. And remember ukuthi abantu baba nemibuzo yabo nani the very same questions isila. Thina we are eternal to abantu. Whatever sibuza it's something efuna ukwaziwa abantu.
Yeah.
And ikhona lento le umfeka ishilo ukuthi le show mhlawumbe ungampost and here you are giving clarity.
I'm a media person.
Yes.
Wabona umshado wami?
No.
Guys, umshado wami wase TV. Not a perfect wedding. Wase TV umshado wami wadlala for the whole week iqephu ngeqephu. umshado wami wase-TV
Which channel?
idumisa.
Serious?
They called me, they said to me, Sifuna honor, we've been working with you, doing so many things with you, so we would love to honor you. Sikushutela umshado wami. Uqala waze wayophela umshado wami. uThemba was there, lo shutha eZion. Ithombe zami zayishuthwa uThemba. Wawuse-TV umshado wami. La bengenzele khona i-40 years. Sasishadela lapho sigqoka impahla zesonto. Umshado wami wavela e-TV. For iviki lonke. Iyiphi ipost oyifunayo?
Okay. I think
Edlula lapho.
asivale ngokuthi is she satisfied with the way mhlambe wenza ngakhona, because we know with some women bathanda ukuthi mhlambe la ukhona babe khona or bona la bakhona ube khona yena now. Obviously the podcast is not about yena, but knowing her, is she satisfied with
Njabe siya kuthwala. She said ngicela ukuthi sihambe sonke ekseni, and then mase beqedile emaringini, then I will go.
No.
I said perfect.
So ngitshela
I don't tell her what to do.
Oh,
We
sure.
discuss.
okay tell me wena Mthini njengoba usina pastor
Senior past.
usina pastor ngithi manje awunaso
But senior past.
The title wait.
No. Wait. Kune title, and then kune spiritual work.
yeah spiritually I move no
I move.
So it's a
spiritual title as chief into it mara
title changes, but work doesn't change.
yes mara
It matures.
admin position yapho
Yes.
yabona once waphuma endaweni noma ngabe uphethe this
Oh, what's up?
oh man ngiyazi ukuthi yabekele
Okay.
waphuma admin position endaweni should tell i-position yakho ayisasebenzi obvious because awusekho lapha ngibonile into le kuleyo ndawo leyo yabona but yakho ngiya-understand so mawusenior pastor bakucoba so nayo mama, and then mawumthatha engena ebandleni lase la ubandla khona iye wa-adapta fast or bekunzima
Namanje sa-adapt. I was mangishada ngenziwa umkhulu umshengu pastor.
Same day.
Yeah, futhi I didn't know me on that day ukuthi ngizoshintshwa ngenziwa pastor. So they spoke no baba uNdabezitha, my father in the Lord. They spoke ngasese. All I knew ukuthi umkhulu uzobusisa umshado wami. So mangivula amehlo awunangumkhulu sekaphethe ukholo. I remember I even cried on the day. Because dala ngibaleka uNdabezitha ufuna ukuyenza lento ngibe ngibaleka athi thungise ihembe lokholo ngibaleka. So with me angiyicelelanga mina. Yabo.
Iyacelelwa kanti lento le moto uyicelela.
Angisho mina uthi angicelelanga. And then I was ngaqothwa ngenziwa upastor. Let me say I was appointed. Yabo. I was appointed as a pastor in Esithombe la umkhulu engibambe ngesandla engiphakamisa khona eqedwe umfaka ukhololo. Nginesithombe la umkhulu engifaka khona ukhololo on the day of my wedding.
So after that your wife wears something like that
No.
angithi wena uphila nempilo different
Yeah.
so ngifuna ukuthi
That's where you will
that's
maybe you will understand me.
yeah
Now, akuzange ukuthi ngoba sengishade nomngami automatically sekumele ngene esontweni. Angithi thina zange sibe nomlindelo masishade.
okay
Akusiphutha futhi into engangiyidecide. That's how I designed it.
okay
Yabo. We had a traditional wedding and we had umshado wasesontweni siqoka ubiyoni.
yes
Now, after a certain period, sathi masiqeda ukushada, and then I said to Ndabezitha, because umlindela uzange wenziwe nangendlela ukuthi unkosikazi uya welcome I would love to set up a date lapho sizoba naleyo nkonzo ukuthi unkosikazi wami welcome officially ezongena. And then Ndabezitha wathi baba. And then uma ngilibe ngiye esontweni ngase ngiqala ngi-introduce. So this is what I did. Ngathatha umngami ngathi hamba ukhonza nomama. Waqala wayekhonza kwandlela, uhamba isikhathi ngase ngithi hamba ukhonza nomama because kwamama abazalwane.
okay
Abantu bacanga ukuthi njabe ngene kubuzalwane kangaka ngifake umngami, yimi engayisa umngami kubazalwane. Wafika wangena khona ngangifuna ukuthetheza ezezayoni enoNkulunkulu understand indaba kaNkulunkulu. Ahlanyiswa ubuNkulunkulu as opposed to ukuhlanyiswa ukuhlabelela
Ingoma,
You understand? Then after sengibona ukuthi imgenile lento noma sithandaza endlini ngiyeza uDaibo hey yabona umlilo so yashisa because I wanted her to at some point to speak my mind, like not even speak my mind, but mina nayisikhuluma language efanayo in terms of inkolo. You understand? And then what esengenile ke kubazalwane, then kwase kufika leso sikhathi. I remember sase Witbank kwi-youth conference. But makuphela i-youth conference eqala ngena inkonzo, and then baphuma naye ke bamgqokisa impahla zesonto, and then wangena officially ke esontweni, and then kwaba yinkoloko bamwelcome abomama saqala sakhonza sonke. Till today we've never had a problem mina naye yobusonto.
Okay, I'm closing that part due to isikhathi mthiye. Story sakho obvious sifuna 3 days or uviki lonke njengomshado wakho. Let us jump to career acting. What was your breakthrough?
I-breakthrough yami yenzeka, I remember sahamba sayakuma auditions baseline. Is it still called baseline namanje?
Sebrafontein.
No, not a Bramfontein. Mega line or something. Mega. Lapha ngasemarket theatre kunendawo yama musicians lapho. So ngisesikolweni about to graduate for a diploma, and then says ukuthi khona ama auditions about Soul City Search for a Star. Then we went there, kwakhona almost plus minus 5,000 to 10,000 abantu abeze audition. So leyo nto leyo yayi all over South Africa. So we went Soul City, yeah. And then we went there, la eGauteng ngangi ku top 2.
Serious?
Yeah. So now kuyenzeka mhlawumbe nje ukuthi angisakwazi ukucula yabona, but lapho kwakumele ucule wenza monologue. I sang there and I sang very well. Mhlawumbe ngathi wasicula amanye ama genre ungasala wena. Ungangihlula la ezayonini, mara masingathi amanye ama genre.
Sikhona baba. Sikhona yonke indawo.
Yeah, but I'm not that much of a singer. I think I decided, yabo, to make people sing as opposed to singing. I love giving directions. So, actor, I was part of abantu abayi-2 because bekumele babe 10, bekumele sibe 10. So 5 from La, Gauteng, 5 from Durban, Bloemfontein, kanjalo. Fikile Mlomo was part of their team leyo. Waqala lapho Fikile Mlomo ukuthi aziwe. Abopuleng match on, they were part of that team. So ngaqala lapho kuhlangana noBabudumandlovu. Then Babudumandlovu, after that angizange ngine. Kwawina uFikile Mlomo nontombazane yaseBloemfontein. And then later on, after my graduation, I got a call back to Babudumandlovu wenza a show called Brenda Fassie Musical. Yabo, and then ngangena lapho. After lapho ke, after show Babudumandlovu ngifaka kuMbanga. Why? It was not a big role. Yeah, but I was still learning, But I was now big at theatre.
Yeah, sure.
Theatre was moving nearly. And I remember at some point, once I school when for a theatre, one person asked me, why you have funded into nayo? Why you, like you're a singer, why you have funded into? And later on, this guy started asking me, years later, and started asking me, "Ujonjani uNkulunkulu umfunde o umthandazayo ngoba into zakho ziyenzeka ngathi yilo hamba nephepha le-qualification." So qualification and talent
zihambelana
kakhulu. And then did Mubango. After Mubango, I did Soul City 8. After Soul City, I did Mtunzini.com.
Mtunzini.com.
Yeah. I did DJ Scratch. Mtunzini.com. Yeah, mara beshutela la so okay. Magiwe KZN bebe ngalelo la ngalelo but nje kakhulu bashutela la. Then did Mtunzini.com. After Mtunzini.com, did Chisa. Yeah. Actually, Mtunzini.com gave me a role ya Chisa.
Yes.
And then from Chisa they called me back Umubango. Now the role was a bit bigger. But Chisa was doing Paxtina, and then went to Mubango, was doing Usokele. Amarozi lawa ngazachaya nakeka kuMubango.
Umbango boyi umthandazi
nyanga. Lengintatheli, ugeneration la benginyanga khona. Generation benginyanga, and then after masengenza iMubango generation called me, they wanted me. The role was very big there with generations. But now they clash with my principles and my values. Bekumele ngidlale character kaSenzo.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the role was very big.
So
I learned ukuthi it was usisubongi wawandaba no Menzi that had to take a decision which this is the guy that we need. community.
Babona
I think in my acting isondelene nekamenzi, well, that's what they say. And then nama looks beyikhona lento yobufamily asakhula.
But now it's acting. Why would you reject it? Because it's not.
Yeah, it is acting, but remember,
Iyaqala,
I'm imagining to become umfundisi. You understand? And I can't picture myself kissing another man. Say who andileke lo see act.
You are imagining to become umfundisi, but your recent character, which is Prakata,
Yeah.
is also something opposed in umfundisi. You are violent. You using vulgar language. Why leyo ungayidetector?
Now, look at Uprakata khona manje. Uprakata we were defeated by the community.
Sure.
So there's a lesson there. Which ungabudlala ubugebengu, but in the long run,
Uyachange.
apheli kahle. So there's a lesson I'm portraying. You'll never see me ngiphethe ku advert Castle Light, ngiphethe Castle Light ngenza.
Even if it pays.
You'll never see me doing that. I've got ngwatholile ama offers where they say this is for 6 months, it will run for 6 months and it goes Africa and everything. I did not go.
No.
Because I have kids. These are the things engithe mangiqala ngikhuluma ngabo Cindy Dlathu nabo Sonia Sidibe nabo banibani. Because there are certain things that we are taught ukuthi njengoba uya ku limelight to avoid this and that and that and that. Phila impilo yakho ngalendlela.
True.
You understand? It's easy for people to get to you, bakushaya bakulimaze through abantwana bakho.
Yeah, sure.
Because when uthatha life yakho yonke wayibeka etafuleni.
Yeah, sure.
I don't understand. So it's such things that makes us take our decisions. Siwacabanga ukuthi okay, this thing will it benefit my family or not? I'm raising kids engafuni ukuthi kusasa mhlambe baphuza utshwala. I don't know mhlambe lona 19 yaphuza utshwala. I've never seen her ephuzile. Yabo because semdala and usezoyasebenza. Yabo but I've never ngahlangana naye nokutshwala. Uma ngabe sekaya date angaze ngabona bemcheckile.
Yeah, sure.
That is what I want to see as a father.
Yes.
Angifuni ukuba ubaba olivanzi mina nobaba oma lapha epulpit akhuluma izinto ezingekho emzini wakhe. I don't want to be that father. Ngifuna ukuthi mangime epulpit amaphutha amfanele kuba amaphutha ami.
Ayaziwa.
Hayi amaphutha azo affect umndeni wami nami ngingabi nandaba. Siwenzile amaphutha chance.
Yeah, true.
Siwenzile amaphutha but you can't stand and be proud of amaphutha owenzile nosawenza namhlanje.
Yeah.
I can only look back and talk of amaphutha ami ngithi ish. Yeah, ungahleki ngamaphutha akho. So sekuvuka ubufundisi ne.
No, it's fine. Because manje kusasekude la siyakhona mfeka. So angifuni I think sihlale kakhulu kule marriage.
Yes.
So sikule acting manje.
Yeah.
Now I think we want to know your favorite role from day one until namhlanje. Then ngifuna asise back to ku-wife wakhe ukuthi some roles ahadlalayo u-wife makabuye nje sekabukele laphayana ngizokutshela ngikhuluma ngayiphi sekabuyele laphayana ufila kanjani does she get affected by that or
I think ukhuluma nge-erased.
yes
Yeah. I will always cherish uSokhele. Because babili angidlala uSokhele ku generations ngaphinde ngadlala uSokhele ku
Yeah.
Now, I will always cherish uSokhele wa kuMubango because that's when I started getting my lines and the role was a bit challenging. So I had to dive in. And Lawyer Sokhele gave me ubuso, and then people started looking at me as Sokhele. And then later on, Beza Gabuchisa, ngenza DJ Scratch, bamthanda abantu DJ Scratch kakhulu. Or DJ Scratch bego choosing.com, bengu DJ Sly. Which is. But as ngikhula, I think where I was excelling, I might be sakhuluma ngale ngayithanda because nga achieve certain things ngayo.
Sure.
As ngikhula, the role that I felt ukuthi I gave my all, and mangathi ufuna ukuthola ishow really yami nga-recommenda yona mabili. Erased yangikhipha out of my comfort zone.
yeah
Because one, angikho crippled, I'm not disabled, I don't have a disability. Particularly role leyana bekufanele ngibe umuntu oqhukayo nemini ohamba nge-wheelchair ohlushwa unkosikazi. Now zonke lezi zinto bengizenza lapha they are an opposite, direct opposite of Mbatha. So they are very much challenging. So I had to go with the research nani amadoda amazuma wethukuthele endlini.
Yeah, the anger we put there like hey.
It's not me, ne?
Yeah, I know, hey. but it looks real.
Yeah, because I had to go on the research. You know, now this brings the talent in me, it brings iskolo. Yeah, because iskolo will inform me with how do I do my research. And then iskolo will also inform me with will this thing dent your image as umfundisi?
Yeah, sure.
And I say, okay, sekumele ngibheke impilo engiphilayo as ke umfundisi umthiya. Iyasondelana nana lo mjidi. Ilanguage engikhulumayo nalo mjidi iyasondelana na asondelana total. Therefore, I can tell.
Mara kusho ukuthi ukuba pastor somewhere or ukuba umfundisi kuyakulimita kwezinye izinto. Because khona amanye ama opportunities or rejectayo ukuthi they ngikho because of
And we are talking about him.
and that's kukhuluma ngemali.
You are an actor.
So lento leya compromise in terms of growth.
Acting is a calling, chance.
Yeah, but the calling that comes with money. You can't say it's a calling generating next.
And then the one that calls you will provide for you. Hence,
Manje uthweni imali ayisiya
mangi rejectile offer, there's always something that is coming.
Is it
So
better
that-
than the one you rejected or
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not.
Mara mthiya no asikhulume lento leyo. It's calling but into ehamba phambili.
Do I regret not taking
It's
character?
brave.
Do I regret not taking character sense or hell no, I don't.
because you didn't want to kiss Jason.
For every day.
Ayimali evela ngiyengithathe.
You are an actor.
Ayimali
What does
ukuse
it mean to
indoda
be an
le
Actors have principles and values. If I'm an actor, then it means fine ngabe ngiyadaba, kumele ngabe ngibhema ama drugs because actors are known for that.
Sure.
But there are so many actors. We choose roles. Even you ask Denzel Washington, he will tell you before eqala ethi act ucela script before. Now, listen to this. Make eqala ebheka script. Akathi ngizoba igay or ngizoba yini. Uthi does this character add value to a message that I want to portray? Because as a person, you always want to tell a story. There's a certain thing that you want to say to people, and I can't be acting and not saying anything to people. Hence, I took Prakata. Prakata is coming, by the way. It's coming back.
coming back.
Yes. Because there's a whole lot that people need to be taught about gangsterism.
So still is over prakati.
No, yeah. Akekho omnye uPrakata ozombona ka uzoswite yimi.
But
You
now
understand?
let's talk about the community.
Mm.
Because I need to vele njengobusho ukuthi the message was that gangsterism nani inemphumela emibi at the end of the day. Now it's coming back, of which you're going back to that. So uma walker wherever, let's say in a mall or in a township, especially abo mama, they are known to be taking whatever that happens on the screen very serious. Have you ever got that?
3 times, I think. I went to Durban. Ngiyothengisa incwadi. Ngahlangana nomunye umama. Umxhosa. Wangihamba kabuhlungu kanjani? Kuzwa indoda yakhe. Uya lo, uya wakuzwa indoda yakhe. Na man baya actor labantu in yabo. 2 ngangibuye ejimini eMaponya Mall ngahlangana nomunye futhi usisi. Same story, same thing happened. Layers 3 abazange bafuna ungishaba bhala ku Facebook. And I reposted that thing. I said I fear for my life because people have been very, very personal. Abanye bakutshela ukuthi ikhanda lakhe linje uyanginyanyisa. I think bekule storyline where uPrakata was making umfana to steal and start selling izinto. You know, I think the way I did that role, people felt ukuthi into yamampela le yenzakalayo, yabo. Izinto ezikusizayo ke lapho, it's knowing ukuthi once people start reacting in this fashion, it simply means that you are doing great. Because angeke umuntu yabo mangathi udlala isigebengu, if people can't relate and people abadinwa ilento yenzayo, it means you're not doing justice to the role. It means you're not doing justice to the role. So I've had encounters.
Okay, so ngaleso sikhathi uhamba phela uhamba drone indaba zesonto.
I've never left church. Actually, I said to myself, I've never. No. Phela blessing is not church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never left church. I've always been uZion.
Okay.
I've always been vocal about being Zion. At
Vocal
some point, I remember ngiyakuma workshops. We Sunday, ngiyakuma workshops ngiphume esontweni ngigqoke ugreen. Uduma was like, eh? Uyisayoni kanti? I was like, yeah, uyisayoni. Ngahlala kuma workshops ngigqoka impahla sezayoni. That's when people
I
started
think what
calling me
Mfeka means is that at that time was in a shelter,
spiritual home.
spiritual home.
Oh, that's why
Before
you
you left your spiritual home, njengoba manje homeless.
I take uzayoni as a religion.
Okay.
I know we're saying uzayoni Christianity, but up until you understand uzayoni the way I understand uzayoni, up until you go deep with uzayoni, then you will understand that this is a religion.
Okay, asinayi deep la.
You're not deep, ne?
Yeah,
let's talk about it.
Deep.
Let's talk about
On surface level.
It's still that was name. So we'll try ukuthi boss call and we'll try to
aswazi uba deep kwezi
yeah. So the minor
It's minor sidlu.
Yeah.
Design production.
Okay, asiqedele ingabi ne confusion. I'm very careful when I touch based on the blessings in Christ. Ne? Maybe sizoya kuyo. But when I said church, I meant ukuthi I've always been brought up by so many different fathers and mothers. Ezayoni na outside to Zion.
Like lento le bathi it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah, and I've always taken each and everyone who gives me something positive. Yabo. So ngibe yilo mntwana othi uZion is church.
Yes.
Esikuqweni mangi I would never misbehave. Awukazi uzobathi misbehave or bengibanga umsindo or bengilo or bengidlala esontweni. I don't do those things because I take ukuthi this is church.
Yes.
Sure.
So that is why I'm saying I've never left church and I've always been proud of being Uza, and I think I still am. I would still love to see big things happening. Okay.
Marry hobo.
I'm not sure about being a hobo.
Yeah,
A hobo is someone who's
There's
homeless.
ZPC. Right now, there's ZPC, there's Ikale Zayoni. Okay, all right. Okay.
Ihobo, it's somebody ongahlali ekhaya or homeless. Ongenakhaya.
Okay.
So when you have ukuthi homeless.
Okay.
ZPC,
Angizi ngephilosophy.
Yeah.
Right now I don't have a home in submit
Homeless.
and then there is a movement ekhona called Inkonzo Yomphakathi. That's where I serve right now, but I will find a church.
Okay,
I will find a church. Ngiyenzeka ngibuyele ekhaya ngiyenzeka.
Ulindweni. What will find?
Into yami i-complicated. Ayifani nomuntu ophume noma kuphi onga decide nje anytime ukuthi ngiyongena somewhere. Into yami ihamba lalela ngiyaphendula la kulombuzo odumile. Odumile. Ngokuthi kulindweni. Enubuzwa umuntu naye nganaso.
Kanjani manje uthi
akalasondo nawe uyamiyeka
hayi ngiyekele
but into yami yobusonto ngifuna sigene kumzani production
Sure.
size la siqhubeke nalobusonto.
No, you can sum it up there. I think should angeke sisabuyela because it's known ukuthi you are no longer a member yase place.
Yes.
However, we will no longer dig deep ukuthi mhlambe what happened nani because I think it was something that was social.
Yeah, wapha.
Yeah, I think into ebalekile ile. Currently over 2024 awuna church ezayo.
Yeah, no, angina church ezayo currently. Angiseke blessings in Christ because of certain things ezenzekile. I don't think ngiyathanda ukukhuluma ngazo because it includes my father. Not my father in the Lord nje kuphela, but my father even biologically. I think noma ngabe bekungasuka bami biologically. Immaturity yami says you can't talk bad about your parents.
No.
Because kuba ngathi khona ifundo oyilahlayo ngaye. And that guy raised me.
Mara manje okemthi ngiyakuzwa clean. Wena uma ubhala i-resignation letter yami yakhe.
Okay.
Yami it's stupid.
Minor.
Mina bengibalekela lento le ukuthi I cannot niveze ukuthi
Explain
to the public about it.
What public are you talking about?
Us.
Did you get the letter from me?
No.
Okay, let me tell you something. That letter was meant for executive committee.
And the minister or something.
No, not the ministry. The ministry bezochelwa ngomlomo, and they would choose which is it abafuna ukuyitshela iministry ukuthi umthi uhanjiswe yini. But the letter was for the high executive of the church. How it was leaked out, I don't know.
How did you feel?
I felt
because
very
it was sensitive.
I felt very offended to an extent to which I picked up a phone and I called the chairperson of the church and I said, guys, how can you do this to me? To me, not to the church. Because that is my father that we're talking about. And I'm talking about certain things that happened between a son and a father to a family.
Did you not think ukuthi umane uyinikela direct to father?
No, but no. Certain things, if you read the letter, inezinto ezibambi IWC yesonto. Ukuthi kunala bekumele ngibizwe khona engazange ngibizwe khona, kunaloko bekumele kwenziwe ngalendlela kwenziwanga yiIWC yini. Now, the importance of writing a letter, I heard ngelinye ilanga lani kulokhunja nikhuluma indaba yokuthi umuntu obhala incwadi usuke efuna ukulanda.
Bathaphala incwadi.
Umuntu
Kwasho uNastro noBhekani bavumelana kwathiwa ukubhala incwadi.
You see, gents, you cannot be in a relationship of 30 years with a woman. You want that woman ukuthi kusasa ngawaphinda ama mistake awenzile kuwe. That's the most important thing. Showing respect. Who said to you awenziwanga ama attempts? You see the danger chance eyokhuluma izinto from surface level. Ukuthi animazi umuntu owenze lento ukuthi wenzeni before kufika iletter. And then bese abantu bayaqala bayakhuluma.
That's why you are here, to make it clear to everyone.
Now, I did my attempts. If you read the letter, you wouldn't have asked me that question.
No,
because the letter explains ukuthi maningi ama attempts enziwe for ama meetings. So had ama meetings had they succeeded, bengeke besingesibe khona isidingo sencwadi. But now, leyo mhlangano ubuzostate lezi zinto ezisencwadini.
Okay.
I can't disrespect isonto elingikhulisile. Ngibonakala sengihamba nje le. Or ngibhali WhatsApp ngithi amkhona.
That's unprofessional.
Exit.
Hey, chance mina ngiyile esikolweni. I know the importance that comes with the letter. And I know what to say in the letter.
So ngicela ukubuza angifuni isihlale kakhulu kuletha. Angifuni isihlale kakhulu kuletha.
Akakho umuntu obhala incwadi angazi ukubhala. Mthiya ube la.
Uletha ne njengoba usho ukuthi kunesizathu ukuthi ushiye iletha. So iletha fanele kube isijumpana or ivele kufanele
umlando.
Urongo we one page.
It depends on which relationship in how long.
Oh, mine.
It's the minor.
Two. It depends ukuthi it depends ukuthi kujourney yenu what has been your contribution. 3.
Kanjani?
Yeah?
Kanjani?
Angithi okay. The contribution yakho it matters. At some point people said to Andile is the face of blessings in Christ.
Sure.
Now you cannot leave your father wondering what went wrong. Learn this izokhosa i-disorder ne-chaos esontweni because they will start pinpointing baze bakhuluma izinto ezilimaza bona esontweni kanti ezingakulimazanga wena ezingasikhosi yakho yokuhamba. You don't want to leave isonto bese kuba khona icrack esontweni.
No.
You don't want to leave isonto. Part of the reasons why I wrote the letter is to tell them ukuthi angeke uyovula sonto and ngisazohlala for unyaka wonke ngingakhonzi so that abazana abahlale esontweni.
So manje wena ngoba usahleli for isikhathi so it's you are proving the point ukuthi wena uthe
no
because the healing process wena ngikweMthiya I find yabona ngeke isonto namhlanje
next week
next week again. It's impossible to be it-back. Phume namhlanje ungene ngala. That's impossible. Akwazi ukuba it-back.
Yeah.
So but ama healing processes wethu singabantu awafani sethu. Angeke uphume esontweni namhlanje ungene kelinye kusasa yabona. Mara healing ngoba ngisho ukuthi healing ayifani. Ngihlala 2 months mina or ngihlale 1 month or ngihlale 3 weeks.
Uma kuqalwa iblessing angiyinikelanga iblessing. Ziningi izinto ezenziwa kusho isithunywa sesonto noma kusho uNkulunkulu. Angithi ibandla nebandla linengilosi yalo.
Yeah.
Mhlambe for ukuthi singaphikisani ngayo. uPaul unokubhala athi kulo ibandla laseThessalonika. Ibandla elingaphansi kwengilosi athi kulo ibandla lase Efesu.
Yes.
Yabona? NgokwaseZion sibiza lokho sithini isithunywa because it's a messenger. An angel is a messenger, right?
Yeah.
So if an angel is a messenger, it means it's messenger ngesizulu yini?
It's true.
Exactly. So uma senza izinto sithi sizenze sithunyweni sebandla.
Okay.
Na masikhula you would know kwakuthiwa kuyonikelwa kuphi?
It's true. Yeah.
So you get introduced to the angel of the house.
Okay.
Yangithola?
Yeah.
That is why noma kuthi ufaka intambo uyayibandakanya kule bandla uyakhulekiswa. Awukhulekiswa kuNkulunkulu usindisiwe already but ukungena la kuthiwa usikuthela ngomqhuba wakuleli bandla.
Yahlanganiswa.
Now lento ayihlukanga ke nokuthi uma ushada kuthi uthelwa ngenyongo.
Okay.
So you don't just go kwamuhle nje uthi sihlukene.
So uthini?
You need deliverance.
So uthini kahle kahle mthiya wena? Into ehlanganisa
I'm simply saying akuzubalula for mina ukuthi ngivele ngixhume ngihlale kulo mbuzo bowubuza
uthindweni.
Kulindweni. uAndile ngeke afane nomfeko ophume Ark of Grace. Ngeke uze kufana.
Yeah.
uAndile angithi sikhuluma ngeblessings.
Mara usitele wena uchaza yini nalo?
No.
Lalela man le point angifuna ukuthi lilahleke.
Yeah, no one last the point. Manga nawe wena ukwenza example manje. Awukhethe into engaphansi.
But sinezinto ezicommon mina la. Sinezinto ezicommon. Yabona, sinezinto ezicommon.
Okay. Namagama yabona.
Nabo.
Yeah. Hayi, ngithe abantu bazana.
So angesifane.
Unathekele kumzana production.
Angesize sifane wena mfeka ngokuthi mina much as ngiyisho lento yokuthi liqala ibandla was the full hands on. Sonke iprofit ezazenziwa.
Wawukhona.
Ezinye zayigcinwa yimi. Makuthiwa sikhuphuka intaba siphethe amakhandlela siyokhuleka ngangikhona. Makuthiwa singena emanzini ngangikhona. Makuthiwa kuhlonywa intambo zesonto ngangikhona.
Okay.
Now you don't awubayizi kunalento abayishoyo bathi isithunywa salesonto
siyashashana.
Isithunywa sesonto sinolaka isithunywa sala sigiving
Yeah,
nayo yonke leyo nto le. Ungayithatha ngokudlala leyo.
No, true.
Iqiniso leyo nto. Now akumelanga ngiyithole ngibhayisa. One, kufanele ngibe nendlela yokuthi mase ngiyongena kwenye indawo ngempela ngitholile deliverance. Because namanje mangikhuleka isithunywa singizwayo saseblessing. That is why at some point beningibona gqoka impahla saseblessing kodwa ngibhalile incwadi.
Amasha amahlehla ke.
Because uma uhlukana nomfazi una experience leyo nto, right? Nahlukana encwadini spiritual anzange ngihlukana.
No mara sikhuluma ngepisode. Ungafaki izinto ezingahlangani.
But ngiyengathi mina lento ayihlukile. Lama rituals esiwaperformayo siwabona ngazathi aku surface level iphephe lihamba phezu kwamanzi.
Ngithiya njengo chairman ngicela ukuyivala njengoba mayisazi ukuthi awuna sonto amabomba abhekephi because khona
akukho la
amahemhem siyawenza
akukho la bheke khona. Enye into ewayibuza I wanted to tell you ukuthi I realized sometimes ngokuhamba uyitshela ukuthi so healile. I realized ukuthi angakahili.
Usalimele.
Unless the relationship was fabricated. It was a genuine relationship. I love my father. I love that church. Liyimi ngiyilo.
Amabombo mthini. Amabombo
So I'm trying to respond to that. Angeke ngikwazi ukungena kwenye relationship.
Wathi relationship 30 years. The relationship.
I found 3 years. Ukuteka ingaki? Wena. I wasn't
I found 9 months. I found 6 months.
So angikwazi
you are
manje.
looking currently.
I don't even think which I would look.
You just go.
I have a no. I just need to confirm from God. Yabo? Kukhona into ethi confirmation goes with you saying, am I going back home? Am I going where I love? Or am I going where God says go?
Is there a chance that you might go back to your blessings? Are there possibilities?
Now that is my father, hey?
No, in
I
a
know
simple,
in
in a simple yes.
No. Ngifuna ukuphendula ngendlela right. I need to be careful about these things because kukhona ubaba la. Mangikhuluma izinto fanele ngibe very careful angalimali. umuntu omdala.
Mara akho wrong ngithi phela mawuthi
Ni wrong mangizokhuluma ngamcabangeli.
No, sengisho ukuthi mawuthi mangibuza ukuthi
Ukuthi ngingabuyela.
mangibuza mina ngunathi ukuthi is there a chance ukuthi ungabuyela eShip of Christ? Yes or no? When I say yes, when I say
But
no.
ngizokuphendula bozomthola uyesi noma uno.
Okay.
Impendulweni yami.
Okay, isho.
Impendulo yami ithi uma uNkulunkulu efuna ngibuyele blessing uzokhuluma nenhliziyo kaBaba nengqondo kaBaba babeze kimi. And then ubaba makeza kimi bese siyayixoxa into ezangilimaza
Bese yabuyela.
uma ilungiseka.
Komela ubaba.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Yeah, but iminyaka lesikhathi engisihleli nami I need to heal, I need to cleanse.
Sure.
I need to be clear ekhanda. You can imagine starting a ministry right now. Ninje. I will start a smallanyana blessing.
unayo
Angithi khona amahlebezi asho njalo.
Yeah.
Amahlebezi athi khathele nje ukuthi ungazuye amahlebezi ukuthi kade thini. Amahlebezi athi believers athi cross
Yeah.
and then athi ministry.
Yes.
Yabo.
Yeah.
None of them are rumors that were heard from my mouth.
nathi next.
When ngizwa ngikhuluma ukuthi ngiyaqala. Ngizwa ngikhuluma ngebelievers. Ngizwa ngikhuluma ngecross.
Mina ngakuzwa but uyazi
Mara shoot mangenze shoot wena kulezi zinto ezi3 angeke utholakale kuzo.
Angazi.
Angeke utholakale kuzo.
Angazi ngikhulume ngoNkulunkulu.
Oh, ngenze uNkulunkulu.
Yazi ama-rumors kanjani? Do you think ukuthi yabona nje nje sila bangathi uJesu uyafika nje sesishumayela ngaye sakhuluma ngoLuka bese ayafika amela uJesu bese sithi Jesu lento ekhulunywa ngoLuka i100% true. Do you know ukuthi uJesu angathini? Angathi i-view kaLuka le
sure.
i-site ka-view kaLuka.
yeah, opinion yakhe.
So ama-rumors anjalo. People would look ukuthi yini emfanelayo
And also ama-rumor abayithusa uchance.
Yes, anokuba ivalo kwesinye isikhathi.
So akekho umuntu ozwe ngami ukuthi ngifike believers. Akekho umuntu
Ngizwile
ozwe ngami ukuthi ngifike cross.
Usenior pastor lana usadecider however
Mala yakho nohamba netitle yakho la ufika khona.
It's not a title.
Sengisho hamba nogcobo.
Umsebenzi. Yeah, ugcobo phela ugcobo yini ugcobo?
Sengisho walifu lapho likhona lento yosina pastor isebenzi. What's gonna happen?
shothi ngeke lapho phela. Angithi uzoyenza research before.
Yeah, plus into tema research.
Angithi I'll be directed and I'll be led. Right?
Yeah.
I'll be directed and I'll be led. But one thing for sure, I'm not going to go to endaweni enga-acknowledge ugcobo likababa wami.
Thina vele believers say
Sonta
acknowledge
kuphi?
into le. Believers in Christ say acknowledge thina le nto le.
I-believers ikukithi.
So nathi shothi sine chance ukwamkela.
Yeah, ikhona.
Ngiyabonga. Let's talk about Mbatha. We don't have much time left and bengingafuni ukuthi siskipe izinto eziningi. Ngicela ube
Fika ke Khosethi.
don't be
No, right.
obviously it's not, it's never satisfied.
Yeah.
Don't be too brief, mara ube brief, ne? Because we need to know and understand what is Mzayon production, what does Mzayon production do, mhlambe the team osebenzisana nayo imisebenzi eseniyenzi enza ukuthi singalokhu singena phakathi. So
Okay, iMzayon production mhlawumbe fanele ngiqale egameni ukuthi laqala kanjani.
sure.
iMzayon production iliqale ngokuthi bengibele angithi ngiyisayon so na ku industry ngiyisayon and then one day there's a guy called Utapelo Mklowu wakhuluma in passing yabo because I've been doing productions producing theater plays and stuff and then wathi yabona for instance nje makungathi uAndy Leo register company nibiza ngokuthi iMzayon production mina nazo
Done.
yeah, because esikolweni safundisa ukuthi don't come with a fancy word
Sure.
for your organization.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
won't take it serious. Yabo. Like Mzayon production, there's me there. Yabo. And then I had to look where do I excel? Then I knew all right now I'm busy in producing blessings in Christ. We're doing great and stuff. Yabo. And then that's when I started producing from blessings in Christ. Yabo. And then I got exposed to the industry. I love the industry, music was Zayoni. And then I produced people and stuff.
How many choirs were producing?
My name more than 30.
Mara bonke la wakazwa producer iboys.
I produced the boys who humble Zayoni. Ebeculwa boqanda.
Oh, le
Abesifazane.
Yeah, it was a hit.
It was a hit that one.
Namanje makufika inyanga yabesifazane kuculwa iMasibahlonipheni.
Yeah.
Oh,
Especially
I
that song.
wrote the song. together with the Makori Stars, I came with the idea, the concept. Actually, that song gave birth to the entire album, and the entire album is written by Andy Mbatha, except the traditional songs.
Is it?
Yeah, all the entire album. Mawilaleli kuluma about abuse of abantu besifazane.
So ama challenges we now in production man.
Uh,
Because I heard someone go to Amropa to nakumbula.
Oh yeah, undazo
Yes.
undazo sibeko.
Except that challenge, akona manya sibila.
Akusina challenge leyo. It's you see guys, until you take yourself as a brand, you'll go around answering and responding to people. But once you know that you are a brand, abantu mabekhuluma igama lakho bamisa wonke umuntu. So kunabantu that they have nothing to say about their lives except ukukhuluma ngalo yamuntu ozo attract abantu ngempilo yabo.
Sure.
So
Abosiduma ngabanye so.
yeah, usho njalo, usho wena.
No, yeah, I'm saying like lelo gama ngathi libadla level.
Yeah.
If I know ukuthi ngizokhuluma ngomfeka, ngizoba ne following,
Yes,
ngizoba nani,
yes,
so
Yeah, zikhona into ezinjalo. You know, so kunalezo zinto lezo ongathanda ukukhuluma ngazo. Yabona baba wala sikhona. La sishutshela khona right now. He knows which I'm the one who called him, and I said to him in an event, enkulu na artist serious. I said there's an artist that I want to get to push and expose
Sure.
to people and what he was and I'll try to like give the stage and perform. I go nature go Facebook. That was me. Unfortunately, it was not mentioned. Ne?
No, it was not.
You ask Unkosi will tell you that I drove nalo mzalwane saye Newcastle. Safike perform. Unfortunately, it was for her album. So ama expenses gatengeka buye kumzani production. Gatekumela buye because she approached the company.
Not the other way around.
Not the other way around. So in our projects that I do and that we do as Mzani production, when we do them, you just keep him out.
Okay.
I understand. But my projects are beginning now. Tina, all we do is to tell you which studio see Malini. You pay the studio, don't give us money. And then message is funugwenza a photo shoot. We take you to a professional photo shoot. Asi melangeni si shoot as pecho chong si pandleg. We take you to a professional studio. I think you've seen some of our photo studios. So now you see, we did she paid everything that she did for that project. She was the one paying like this. Unfortunately, masemeli album iphume, usisi started getting indaba from ebantwini.
Ukuthi you are generating imali.
Ayikaphumi project. How are we generating money? And which man are we generating? Because you're the one who's paying things. You can go to Endon Studios and ask umuntu ophethe Endon Studios uthi imali yakhe album ethindazo iyabhatalwa umthiya noma iyabhatalwa ubani. Uzokutshela athi no imali iyabhatalwa uyusisi wayethu.
She mentioned that she's the one who paid for registering.
Where is it registered?
But no, registering, I'm not sure if...
Do you pay when you register NPO?
No, you don't.
Now tell me.
System
You get to a system, you register this NPO.
Okay,
So how is it possible that she can pay for the NPO? Now nani you failed there. Because you never said good, but NPO ipatalwapi. She mentioned to Gucci Young online about the city like Google now. Is there anything that says Ndazo? Nothing. The first time I realized certain Nkinga is when she said she doesn't know Gucci Ikamelitindazo Lize Ganjan. Then I knew there's a problem. Did you know Nomtandazo? Do you know Nomtandazo Spec? Do you know Nomtandazo Spec? Do you?
Yeah, my friend.
But what's Nomtandazo Itulila?
Yeah.
I mean, Ofunda,
Yeah, mas from.
but you do know Ndazo, ne?
Yeah.
And the more Makalachu Ndazo, we are Sugabunomtandazo, Ungene Gundazo, Tulayo, ne? And that is Mzan production. I came with the name Ndazo. This is how it came about. Undazo was supposed to magazine why is busy on angelic voice. When you event apostle, and then she approached me. But I was not interested to angelic voice. I was not interested until I saw her who saw you wanna sing gospel. That's when I was like, yo, there's challenge and I approached her after that.
Okay.
And then we sat down. Myeni wakhe was like izandla evulekile.
Who did it?
Angasashonile.
Yeah, man support.
I don't know mphathi nje babesahlala no eDobsonville. Mina ngaya la eDobsonville. And then I said to her igama elithi nomthandazo baningi abonomthandazo. So it won't hold any substance. Kufanele sibe negama ozothi umuntu mayiqala elicabanga, maqala kumentionwa legama kuvele wena.
Sure.
And then we said Ndazo. she fell in love with the name Ndazo. From there, we started still pushing my social media. La, ngimisa khona kuma radio station. The entire album Gandazo was written by no one else except to Andile Mbatha. The entire album. And then up until she came to me, angibuza into zama-CD ukuthi uzwa kuthiwa isleeve naso i-design imali engaka nan I sat her down. We called some of these people kade ngitshela ngabo sabafaka ku-loudspeaker. We spoke. And then abantu mangibafonela ngingasho ukuthi nginayo. And then abantu they spoke so fondly of me. And then she cried on that day. Wathi ngiyabona
Of which
abantu.
she did not disclose on her episode, ne?
Angithi vele yena intention yakhe beyingenye indlela.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll tell you why mina nginganankinga naye.
Sure.
Yabo. And then ngalelo langa lelo she even cried. Sasihlele emotweni.
Masekezwa ukuthi kahle kahle khona la
Exactly. And then she said to me, I realized today ukuthi abantu abanomona, abantu abanjani. Then I said to her, lalela ke Ndazo. From now on, this is the end of it. Kwamzayon production, we've never had an artist saying lirochiwe. So for me, this is an insult.
Sure.
Yabo.
And you tell image yabo.
Kade ngakayidenti nokuyidenta ngaleso sikhathi uyidente manje.
Social media.
Yeah, and people are asking me, "Ukuthi ntombazane moswayicula emshadweni wakho?" An album yakhe happened 5 years before ngishada. But she was there emshadweni wami, she was singing. How is it possible ukuthi she can come here and sound so bitter ukuthi emshadweni wami she was singing in 2016? How is it possible ukuthi ku album engangiyenza nani she was there was wabhekha ingoma? Akuse yakudala leyo album. Kule album ongibuza ngayo insizwa ngabiza yena ngathi ngicela ngisizele i-alto. Like most of the albums that I've done, she's been part of it. Launch on my Facebook, she was performing. You can go on my Facebook live. You will see her. She was performing there. How is it possible? I don't know what's happening with her. But it boils back to that thing, Uchi. If you understand that you are a brand,
Yeah,
you must know Uchi, there are certain people that you will pull. Like a magnet pulling Udoti. You will know which there are certain people that you will pull. When she looks at me now, Upega pants, and I always shake her hand in being a unfortunately, what Mark Pelanje
Have you seen her after the episode?
Yes.
Have you spoken?
Fortunate enough, I went to her. Okay. Fortunate enough, this is what happens. Ahlangana kwesinye isiqoqo sika Bishop ukutheleza uNdongo. And ngalelo ngalelo ngithi nginalento ukuthi mangiqeda ukuzungeza ngikhumule. Ngangiphethe isweater engahamba ngamisa kuyo sayo i-design. Inobuso bakhe la. La imovie na le emblem ebhalwe.
Sayigqoka.
Ikhona ngithi yampela. Yampela. Yabo. And then ngaya kuye ngabheka ngiqokeni. Ngamxhawula abanye ngasanibonani. Babuza ukuthi why thina uthi sanibonani lo mxhawu ngathi lo udinga special attention. Because coming here and saying lies, you need yeah, but you need attention. The next thing ngahlangana naye ekhwezi, hlangana naye ekhwezi kuzoyiwa kuma awards kuma crown ngangihamba nenyambozi. Unfortunately ngaze bathi ku social media come get sugar futhi boyfriend yakhe hamba.
Yeah, because asikhulumi ngaye ngoba sifuna indaba, we are just clearing the allegations angithi sibe ne side like mfeka, you will correct me, the story.
Yes.
We are having
There's always two sides of the story.
Yes, abantu bangazothi hayi siyakufavor or sifavor yena. That's why we are neutral ukuthi sikuze ukuthi thini, because she spoke about ukudliwa something like 200k ukuthi bekakuthengela amasudu nani. Is it ashilo lezo ngithi?
Yeah,
Okay, Chess.
ukuthi akuevent awulethe.
No, there is an event that there is
athuletha yena engathi bathi awukhuphule.
Wait a minute, Chess. Knowing me,
Sure.
I ngoba mhlambe ngithini, but ngumuntu namasudu ne.
Sure.
It would be easy for someone ukuthi akhulume into efana nalezo. Knowing me, nokuthi mangiya ku event ngigqoka kanjani and all that. So it would be very easy for you to pinpoint that. I took her ngamisa kuma awards, our Manalady Awards, I like Gold Reef City. I was making her. I was introducing her to the industry. And before we went there, I went to indoda yakhe. Yabo, I told my wife ngathi siyendaweni so ngihamba noNdazo. So I was clear ngilaphaya la sasikhona. You understand? So I took her there, saya kuma awards, kwakumnandi kuma awards and everything. I heard that is saya emaThekwini kuma ICC. We've never.
No.
I've never went to ICC mina noNdazo. Mina I went to ICC ngoba ngangisebenzela iCrown Gospel Awards.
So ngitshele ke LT again. sesizovala ngiyacabanga.
The only
No,
the
for me,
only
going to the books
the only
anyway.
place end direction end engingayihamba nondazo ngangimise kuNkosi. Abonkosi babenenkonzo babenayo so ngangimtholela interview ku NCR eNewcastle.
Newcastle.
Yes, and then abonkosi benenkonzo abayenza. Then I asked uNkosi ukuthi ngicela iartist engipromoter lize lizoperforma lapho, and then uNkosi wathi bring her. Then we went, wafike waperforma on the day, and then wabhuka indawo ayelele kuyo ngalala ekhaya. And then after that, the following day we went to NCR, we came back. Zikhona iy'thombe zaleyo nto leyo on Facebook. I've done so much for usisi lo ukuthi abe
So
exposed.
ngitshele kumzali production or njengoba usebenza ngama-artist akaze kwaba nama-allegation ukuthi maybe some of the artists or some of the people osebenza nabo they're dating them or kwenzakalani.
Ahlale khona namanje akhona.
So ayifike endlini how do
Angeke sihlale singafiki endlini ezinye zilethwa yima ngithi.
uzipayisa wena?
Angizibhayisi isuke ingekho that's why file ngikhuluma. Unkosikazi wami akusumuntu ofast ne social media.
Wakusu
Springbok.
Springbok.
Angazi ke.
Imali thina abantu abadala
but
sibabiza nge-Springbok.
to answer this question. First time mangala ukwenza imzani production there was no committee. And then as time went by I approached there's a board, there's a committee.
Okay.
So a board lamb consists of my wife, my father, my mother, and me.
Board nama-board members.
I need to register in Koket,
Yeah.
so you know which nabantu
Yeah,
abasana.
It's
Yes.
a board now.
And then Mzan production in a board,
Yes.
and then there's Mzan production executive committee.
Yes.
And then firstly mangala ngenza committee ngaba no Lungisi, Nkandla, and then kwaba uGugu wakwangwenya, kwaba uJohn Sikhosana, and then kwaba yimi.
Okay.
That's it for bangikhomba kuGugu. I can't tell you the reason because uGugu uhlala ePitori.
Okay.
And asibonani now and then noGugu. So I can't tell you the reason which why ngakhonjwa kuGugu. But uGugu wayehlala eshuthi ithombe ehamba nomlungisi every day, but abantu they decided ukuthi bajampe umlungisi babheke kumthiya. Okay, as time went on kwashintsha executive, and then I had Johnny is still there namanje.
Okay.
And then I realized now there are certain things that I need a company enga excel kuzo. Then I went for Shabalala finance Shabalala. Admin wise I went for Utobile.
Okay.
Bankhomba namanje basangikhomba. Now with Utobile it was a matter eyokuthi she had a skill that I don't have even today.
Yeah.
I'm not even interested in doing admin.
Yes.
Yabo. She does that emsebenzini.
Yes.
And I decide ukuthi okay she does this. Masiqala sihlangana ngangimuzwa nje ehlabelele eguqweni. Ngamuza isiguqweni esi1 futhi. And kwakuyisikhathi lokungihlanganisa check 35 I need people who are below the age of 35. So that's how I said I need this woman. Ngakhuluma naye lapha esiguqweni, and then ku meeting yethu sesikhuluma because wonke ama artists akumzani production I met them individually like this, including amajita nabo sis.
Interview.
Yes, because I needed them to understand what I'm bringing. Now I need to understand your personality.
Yes.
So masihleli, then I learned that there's so much that I can get from this game. Yabo. And then I told her my vision. She told me her vision was Zion. Then I felt ukuthi I need this person. The first person that I went to Mangata to Kuluma no Tobile ngaya kuhlabangane. Hlangana mhlabangane noma mhlabangane nabo phansi. Told them this is what I'm going to do with her. Ngenzela ukuthi ningadisturb mase ningibona everywhere with her. Because she's going to be a production manager of Mzayoni production. By that time, Mzayoni production in 9 years in existence.
So appoint umuntu omusha.
Not nokuthi umuntu omusha, umuntu engizobonakala naye in public spaces now and then. Yabo? So I think I was trying to make them aware ukuthi noma ngabe sekukhona okuzwakalayo. Because everything that comes with Andile Mbatha kukhona okunye okuzawuza ku negative.
Very. Especially most hand in hand nomuntu.
Right now,
Engihlala ingavezi.
yeah, but now the greatest thing, one thing that I was doing engenze ngathi mina ngifuna kube uye is because idlelo lika Zion not Mzansi production. Idlelo lika Zion it's one of the production. It's one of the projects, if I may say, that I wanted to uplift and empower women. The first album that we did with them, the entire album is written by women, managed by women. Every decision we want to album, it's done by women. Mina, what I was doing, as a person on the experience, let me take it because it should be women. Skatele amadota who are at the forefront of everything. Sure. Can we have women and uplift them? Hence, what Maukala, your first episode here, and Kat, I said I was very excited that you took your wife and Wayenza with her. Sure. You understand? So I think we need to, in mindset, yet. I don't know whether it's yet to generally. Once you start working with a certain woman, it is assumed to chulala naye. There's a girl called Manjing Mchachile uzinhle chanje kwayo. Mntana kaMachafa. Okay. That girl has potential. Ngambona ngesikhathi interview nenza le show nenza a pace. I took her khona manje.
Yeah, and ni MCA.
You were not there.
I was watching.
Where?
On live. Oh, it was very beautiful. I even told her.
Okay. So I saw her there. You understand? So ukumbona kwami lapha, I was like, such a talent can never go to waste. Sikhona thina ngomthi. Whether we like it or not, guys, we have influences. So let us make influence here to abantwana ba benefit from yona. Go come TSM, right? Ushong usebenza noNhlanhla phela. Nithini bazwana? It's been a long time. Dala mahlebeze khona.
Sure.
Final still sibazwa wena usebenza noThando. Sithi nazwana. Asiyekeleni ukuthatha ama assumption. So sesiye ukusiza abantu besifazane ngoba sinisaba. Yabo khona manje mncane lo mntana lo I had to make it a point ukuthi mangibe ngikhuluma ngithi umntanami lo abazali bakhe abangani bami umntanami lo because ngisaba nina ukuthi you will attack me ukuthi sekafuna lo ingane
That's true. I qinisa lapho.
Yabo so nje I think fanele it points back to indaba yesikolo. Umuntu ohlalile edeskini uyazi ukuthi fanele abheke okungokwakhe okuzosiza yena. Akahambe ebheka noma yini athi yangayibhaka. Siyekela ukucabanga njengabantu abahlala ehlathini. We need to grow. Yeah, umuntu ovela acabanga nje akhulume nje budlapha. You understand? You know kunabantu aba-enjoy ukuthi umuntu uyahlanya. Manje sibona unathi sibone manje uhambe uhlanye. Thina sizobe sibhizi namafoni. Sinamafoni and thina sisabantwana bakaNkulunkulu esikhonzayo.
But realistically, we can't run away from that.
That's why
I'm saying, gents, we have a platform here called Zion Uncut. No. There's certain things this thing is sensitive and in a potential. You understand? So umuntu noma ufuna ukudlala ngayo umkhuze wena ola kule platform. No, but that I don't think ukuthi into ekumele sidlale ngayo. I understand. Ziningi bafethu.
Yes, khona but I don't think it engenzeka overnight.
Singalumana ngokuhlekana ngokuthi niphimbile emlindelweni. Yeah, izinto zokuhlekana. Yabo izinto zokuhlekana. Uqhamuka umuntu ukhuluma ukuthi isonto leso belithakatha bobani siyahleka. Nenza kanjani? You can't.
Mara singahleka ngokuthi uphumile esontweni inhliziyo.
No, that is okay. We can laugh about that. But I'm simply saying I'm simply saying, gents, let us be mindful. You know, let us be very mindful of the things that we think which is creating content. You understand? Sure. Because our viewers wanna allow us to sicabangela wona. Alimele wona self. So how about taking this platform and say maybe for 10 minutes let's give them something that will heal them. You understand? Than ukuthi umuntu afike la khulume ngokuthi emshadweni wakhe umkakhe wamfebela. And then we entertain that based ekuthenini iyahlekisa.
You know, ngicela ukukhatha mthiya. The objective of this podcast akusukuthi umuntu athi emshadweni wakhe umkakhe wamfebela. However, we would not use mhlambe that language. But ukuba khona kwakho la, it needs to educate someone ukuthi einkingeni zakho obenazo, even if singabi direct kuzo.
Yes,
that's why we would ask you ukuthi yiphi into mabangathi uyilungise wayenza kudala
ungayenza different.
For someone who's watching needs to it needs to be educated ngokukhuluma kwakho.
Yes.
Thina yi-platform yethu le.
Because ekugcineni wena mthini akekho umuntu perfect. Into esingayifuni thina ukuthi umuntu avele ahola than thou. Yeah, understand.
Kanjani? Holier than thou.
Yeah, we understand. Yeah, what? No, because ekugcineni phethe sonke ngoba usho ukuthi we went through izinto eziningi
Sure.
terrible.
Sure.
Yabona. And lezo zinto lezo kumele ezinye siziveze ukuthi antwana yazi if uhamba ngo-180 ku-60 zone uzokugubuda sure and the impact ye-accident angeke ifane nje ukuhamba nge-80 zone. Yabona. Those are the things okumele sizikhuluma hayi ukuthi sihlekisa ngenkinga
But okay, Jess, I was not saying Nina.
Yeah.
No.
I was saying in general,
Yes.
and that thing ikhona ezayo it's a norm. Ukuthi hey uzwile phela usibanibani sekunje usibanibani akasazwani nomfundiso so hey bacishe bashayana esiguqwe we can't be celebrating such endaweni kaNkulunkulu unless sisendaweni
mina
kaSathane.
into engifundile empilweni into negative it's iba viral ukudlula into positive
Wena uke wangizwa ngikhuluma into negative ngayenza yaqhubeka yaba viral
kanjani
ukuthi nje
No, angazi
angithi wena uyangibona kuma uyawabona ama statuses zami
Yes.
and mina nawe siyakhuluma.
yes
It's because I've taken that direction ukuthi angifuni kuzwakala into negative ngento sensitive emntwini othize. I'd rather say to you uzwile besikhuluma ngelecture yakho ne
yeah
and I was direct ngitshela wena straight angizange ngiyokhuluma nomunye umuntu
Uthi summarize
lokhu
kakhulu.
awenzanga kahle la I told you direct.
We summarize.
I think gents lento leyo ikhuluma ngeupbringing yakho
yeah
ikhuluma ngobudoda bakho
yeah
and ikhuluma ngama principles and values yazi la izayona kunale tendency yokuthi umuntu mayeke bahlukana nomfazi ake ayikho indoda enje yokuhlukana nomfazi wayo and then uthole enye indoda semile laphana phambili iswace nasebusweni mayikhuluma ikhulume ngokuthi ya amadoda alahla abafazi amadoda sekuyi fashion and everything. You're talking about a person who's about to commit suicide. That person needs you as a brother to say hey mfethu ngizwile man. You understand? Than taking a platform. No one wishes for anyone to go through divorce. And I want to ngikhuluma iliphi evangeli elinjalo.
Cela ukukuvala mthiya singabuyeli emuva because we've spoken about that. I think I've noticed ukuthi there's still a lot examine sikhulume ngayo. Like we still got books, still got Zion and theater, where we're going. However, I don't think we'll finish all that today. So I think in conclusion mthiya so vala because besingena sibuyele futhi singene sibuyele. So I think on your second
I
episode
didn't talk about my company.
umzayo
Yeah, because
Yes.
yeah mara uthe kancane
So I think in conclusion, ngikuvala ngicela nje mhlambe in 2 minutes ushilo ukuthi ufundile. In 2 minutes asivali but it's a pause we'll resume mhlambe so that ingabe too lengthy episode. We'll come back with episode 2 la sizokhuluma khona with full Mzansi production ukuthi yenzani idlelo the reason for this gen to gen and then bese singene encwadini your awards waya phesheya sikubonile uhamba ushutha ubani we questions ayibo ushutha ubani we saw that mfeka nje
Abanye bathi angiyanga.
yes
Yeah,
yes abanye bathi awuyanga usesihlahleni nje ngathi la eMpumalanga yabona. So I think on our second episode we will resume on that, but in conclusion mhlambe in a brief usho ukuthi iMzansi production ibhizi ngani currently then nama plans wayo for 2024.
Okay, for 2024, we're planning on doing ama single tracks. Sure, I wanted to talk about ama awards as not one but lawa adumile, unfortunately. So khuluma ngayo ngelinye ilanga.
Episode 2.
Yeah. We're working on doing our single tracks for this year because we're not planning to record a full album. All the time when we do our projects, there should be a vision. So we don't have any vision this year for Uwenza a full track album. And then we're planning to have a theater show, again a theater concert, not concept, about Uzayoni. So we don't just go there and sing. If Nina Bugel Benget, but I'm sure we were doing a tribute for Chobile Mtagane. So it was not just people standing there and singing. There was an enactment, a corner and stuff. So we will be doing that. And also we are working towards doing a training for writers. zasezayoni because they are writers kunabantu abathi bafuna ukubhala and they've realized and they've learned which I write. So bafuna ukubhala. It's part of our plan ukuthi sibe ne workshop that will take more like 4 months, if not 6 months, teaching people to write. I'm also writing a book about Uzayoni called Inzulu Zayoni. Yeah, it's the 4th book called Inzulu Zayoni Abangoni Bengoma. Yeah,
This is this year.
I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep her this year or next year because it's one book that is very much challenging. It's one book that you need to do a thorough research. You need to consult. But you don't want to tell a fabricated story about such a big movement or such a big house or home. And then abantu bafika ukuthi akasirepresenta ngiqamba manga. So it requires lots and lots of research. Yeah, and then ama albums sizowayenza maybe this year, but we won't do ama album azoqhamuka from ekhaya. We'll do ama album afana nale album besikhuluma ngayo kandazo where people come to us and they want us to help them with their projects.
Okay.
So we will do them ngaleyo ndlela leyo. Yeah.
To someone ofuna imzane production ukuthi ibe production company yabo utholakala ku
Sikhona ku Facebook, Mzane Productions, sikhona ku TikTok, Mzane Production, email address Mzane Production mzayoniproductions@gmail.com.
Your last message to abalandeli bakho abakuthandayo nabangakuthandi.
Ngisho ngathi abekama ngithanda.
No,
Ngiyazi ukuthi bakhona.
Khona abahlaba abahamba nawe futhi. Yabona kunjani?
Yikho ngithi ngiyazi ukuthi bakhona because vele baba khona abantu ongabazi ukuthi abakuthandi yabo. My message ithi in your downfall, make it a point that you stand up in your downfall, and for you to realize the downfall yakho, it takes you to uhlale phansi and analyze ukuthi why ngingakafiki la ngifuna ukufika khona. Possibilities are udelayile or usaguqile ngokuwa kwakho. You don't take each and everything said by people uyifake enhlizweni yakho noma ngabe iphuthe belenziwe uwe, but you learn from iphuthe olenzile so that you can move forward. So in most cases simiswa izinto abantu abayishoyo ngathi, right? Listen ke mfana, there are people, there are people that we met. We were just supposed to shake hands with those people, hug them, and leave, close the chapter. But the problem is we decided to camp with those people, and those people ended up befuna ukuba yinto esikuyo, bafuna ukuba ku same level with us and everything, and that's when kuqala khona lento yokuthi I can do better than ayikho lento yakhe seniqala because ucampaign abantu bengamelanga ucamp. I've done that mistake 1,000 times because maybe nginothando, so ngigcine kanti
So yabazi abantu aba-dangerous ku.
yeah, you learn.
Bekwazi ukuspot inyoka isezi.
I wouldn't call them inyoka.
The snake this one.
I wouldn't call them inyoka, but I'd call them nje abantu bekumele ngabe sivule le chapter sayifunda mayiphela le chapter sayivala, but thina sesafuna ukuya kwenye chapter saqala sabona ama mistakes nama weaknesses and stuff. Ngumuntu waqala waba too close nami, kukhona izinto mhlawumbe uzobona ienga yami ukuthi ienga yakhe i-wrong, uqala ucapitalize ku-enga yami isuse yonke into oyibonile kimi.
Ubona amaphutha wamama.
Yeah.
In closing mfeka
No mfana yazi naye sesikhuluma isikhathi eside man. Safuneka
episode 2 ila ufuna ukungena khona.
Indawo yabaleka abantu bithu kwesinye. Yabaleka so yabaleka. Yabona. But ke I guess somthola ku season 2. It is what it is.
Mfethu, thank you very much for watching. This is Zion Uncut with Nastro. Thanks to umphathi wethu umholi wethu njengoba nibona kukuhle lana sise Middlelands.
Yeah, similar.
Faith Temple of Fire Center. Mangathi unenkinga ufuna umfundisi azokubeka izandla,
Fire.
but hayi ukuthi uwe phela. Akubeke nje izandla ukuthi impilo zakho zibe zinhle. Siyatholakala sikhona lana eMiddlelands, not far from Sasol Garage. It's a rap from us and use Andile Mthiya uInnocent no Innocent okamfeka sithi siyabonga ningakhohle. Episode 2 na kanjani sanipromise because ziningi into esingakhulumanga ngazo but ezizayo. We hope ukuthi you have learned something from today's episode and you will refrain from ukuthanda indaba zabantu. Thank you.